Hello, everybody, and welcome to MindHack. Saba will be on controls for this game. Genuinely, depending on how today goes, we might finish MindHack today. It's not a very long game
Ready to
yet.
speed run this game. It's like, it's not fully done yet, right?
No, it's when you launch the game, it sends you a very nice warning saying that it is in fact in early access. For example, since I first played the game, there was only 2 chapters, and I think there's now 4 chapters. I think I'm not super sure about that though. So just I guess brief like breakdown as to like what we're actually doing here. My plan was to do voice acting for this. Saba's muted. I don't know if Saba's necessarily up for that per se, but this game is a visual novel for all intents and purposes. The actual like themes of the visual novel are beyond the point, but the main conceit is that you are playing as a character who has the ability to like deprogram and like break down people's minds and memories in order to turn them into like quote unquote better citizens. I mean, Saba's overreacting as usual, but the art in this game is very good. The animations are really good. I really like the music as well, and I think that it starts building a really interesting world the further into the chapters you go. So with all that being said, I will ask for verbal confirmation, Saba. Do you or do you not want to do voice acting?
We can. How about we start off in the affirmative, and if it gets like tiring, we can, break off.
It's mostly like 2 characters, if not 3, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, feel free to take it away.
New.
Yes.
Gotta bring my thing closer to me. Left click, advance, control, escape, enter, space. Used in certain scenes. Okay. You'll have to tell me if I'm the one speaking.
I don't know exactly who you're going to be speaking as.
Okay.
Doctor? Doctor, can you hear me? Doctor! Oh, my darling doctor, please answer me.
Yes, format.
I guess if you're playing, you would be the voice of the doctor.
Okay. And this is them speaking, I guess, even though there's like no
within the universe, doctor is mute. They cannot talk. So this would be like their internal monologue.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I said good morning to the voice of Format, the AI that oversees this facility.
Doctor, I'm so happy to hear your voice. I called for you 18 times. You're the best mind hacker there is, Doctor.
Having the word mind hacker and doctor in the same sentence is...
I don't know what you mean. Yeah. The results from yesterday's session were truly outstanding. Do not worry about the accident.
Uh-huh.
The bug you fixed was a dreadful Class 1 critical level. If left alone, it may have destroyed the world.
Oh, they're calling them bugs, like everyone's just AI.
So I want to, they're going to explain this a little bit, but I do need to like re-illustrate that it's like, it's that very classic like anime thing of like, bugs are literally just like personality defects, right? That like the government doesn't like. But the difference is that these personality defects can metastasize into like nuclear bomb level explosions.
Oh my god.
So like if you're like a little rude and then that little rude becomes you being antisocial and then you become a psychopath, the minute you become more than a psychopath, like the city explodes, which is why mind hackers are important. so
it's like that's weird. So it's not like they create bombs, it's rather like something in them causes like, I don't know, the body's just like, oh, you're evil, let's blow up now.
I don't know if you ever watched it, but there's an anime called Fire Force that's very, I mean, once again, these are like
watching it. Yeah.
These are different things, obviously, but in Fire Force, the idea is that like regular everyday citizens can turn into like fire demons at the drop of a hat due to like, you know, different things that like trigger their spark. This world is very similar in that way.
Okay. This feels okay. It feels more reasonable now. Like you actually have to change people, or a nuke will go off.
Exactly, and that was the part that I couldn't really explain to you prior to this because I don't know. It's an interesting like wrinkle, I guess. It's not just like totalitarian government.
That versus like, a government being like, I don't like this type of person, so I'll just like alter their personality by force.
You're gay. Go away.
Oh my god. Anyway.
You saved humanity and managed to keep the damage to a minimum. We're all so proud of you. Let's continue the fight today to eradicate all bugs for the sake of world peace.
That's kind of boring because it's like you can't ever stop people from having like bad feelings, right?
They've done a really good job so far, though. You'll see as we go deeper. Now then, Doctor, please come to the debug room. It's time to mind hack.
Am I nervous? What's happening?
You're a very shy individual. Doctor, please say something. Doctor, can you hear me? Please come to the debug room.
I just like my flowers, yo.
I believe this is also you. This would be a more gruff voice, ideally.
Doctor, it's me, Rebecca, captain of the security
You'll
force.
see her in a second, and you can adapt the voice however you want.
Yeah. We'll do. Whoa. Captain, Format told me to come see how you're doing. She can't help but fret over you, Doctor. She's like a mother to you. That's a different flower from the one you had yesterday. Is it a...
Jabrera?
Even you said it with like an extra...
Gerbera?
Gerbera? How dare they do that? I always look forward to coming here and seeing what flowers you've decorated your office with. They're beautiful. It always smells of flowers here. Very calming.
Because I also want to point out that I think that it's really... I think that it's really interesting that it's like... They're talking about things that are really intense. It's like, oh, you're the best mind hacker ever, right? And then clearly this very militaristic, like would be an extremely intimidating person walks into your room and starts speaking to you nicely. You know? It's like, what's up with that? you know?
It's like, do you know you're talking to like an A-list assassin that literally kills people every day? And you're like, oh, okay.
Well, I don't even know if she's like nervous necessarily. It's more along the lines of like, I guess like a character with this aesthetic would typically be a lot more like brutalist and like pragmatic in the way that they talk. But she's talking like sweetly to you, you know, like, oh, I always look forward to what flowers you have decorated today.
Yeah. Hello, John Smith. I have no idea what you're talking about, John Smith. Moving on. I guess that's to be expected. Yesterday was a terrible accident.
So
thank you.
So things that are grayed out are ones that I already selected in previous playthroughs. So you can feel free to just choose whatever you want.
Okay.
There's not really like alternate endings.
Unless you tell me if you really want to see different dialogue, like you can let me know if you want me to do that and then I'll consider it, but if not, I'll just do...
I think for the most part your instinct will be fine.
Well, damn. I told the captain, thank you for saving me. I owe you my life. Well, it's my job to protect you. Besides, you're my dear friend. I'm indebted to you compared to what you did for me in the past. It's no big deal. Yesterday, a member was swallowed by the bug. It was sudden. I couldn't react. Wait, what does bug stand for?
It's literally just like bug in the system.
No. I know. But Zach, come up with a what
An
is the breakdown of the
acronym
acronym?
for bug?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me a minute.
Brutal. Brutalistic.
Brutalistic, unilateral, gerbil.
Gerbil. Okay. He was a good guy, liked traveling, always came back with some chocolate for us. Were they in the same unit? Oh, Doctor. I'm so glad you're safe. Without you, No, let's not. You wouldn't be in the mood for work, I assume. I don't plan on forcing you to go. After what happened, maybe it would be better if you rest for today. No, I can do it. Okay, let me get back to work, or there's going to be more.
I want to point out how interesting that is aesthetically. That because these are clearly your hands, right? Like you're a weirdo who's like constantly
and you're pointing at the.
You are physically pointing at the UI to select it, which they do see in real life. they see you just like click.
That's pretty bonkers. Okay. I told the captain that work would keep my mind off other things since I'm a genius mind hacker.
Since I am a genius mind
hacker. Haha. That's right. Your skills certainly are the real deal. I know that better than anyone else. All right. If you say so, just don't push yourself too hard, Doctor. Well then, shall we go? I like that. That feels nice. That feels good.
Captain Rebecca, format request that you come to the debug room immediately.
I will say this kind of stuff reminds me of like Gizmos and Gadgets, and kind of that like era with the music and the gloved hands and all that. Pretty good.
Oh, are they the one you mentioned earlier?
That's right. This is the mind hacker who you'll be protecting from today. Nope.
Am I wrong? Is the music loud?
I'm okay.
Okay. I mean, I guess I don't know. I wish I had someone in my chat that could actually tell me whether or not like our voices are being drowned out by the music, but it's fine.
Let me know, John Smith, on my end, I guess, or if you want to go to Zach.
I don't know if Saba has audio ducking. Do you?
You helped me with audio ducking.
Did I? Okay.
You helped me make something, yeah. Okay. I can definitely do that. Hopefully that's better, yeah. It's only drowning Zach. I can raise him a bit too. Okay, well now if you're gonna lower it, I have to raise my thing again. Okay. There we go. Zach, you say something as well. That wasn't even saying, that was just you be saying, that was, whatever, okay.
That should be good enough for you to get audio levels, dork ass.
This one's a rookie, Doctor. Apparently, he'd always dreamed of joining Hotfix.
You're making her talk slower and slower every time.
Okay. He must have gone through grueling training to come here. He's got some spirit.
Oh no, I'm just a regular guy. Compared to my seniors and the captain, I'm a nobody. I just always admired this place, and then when a spot opened up, I was lucky enough to get transferred here. Look at my anime teeth.
Doctor, spare him the knowledge of what happened to the one before him.
The what?
Yikes. What? Nothing!
It really is an honor to meet you, Doctor. I've heard so much about you.
Oh my god! The one before you got brutally murdered. Yeah, let's not say that. I told the newbie card that I'd be counting on him.
I will do my best not to let you down, Doctor. Those, make those scumbags pay for what they've done.
Listen up, rookie. The ones you'll meet from now on are all tough nuts to crack. Okay. Kept here after being scanned by format, they're the worst of the worst. Deemed to have twisted minds to be owners of bugs. Murder, arson, theft. For any crime you can think of, there's someone guilty of it here.
Yes, I dare not forget.
Our role as Hotfix is to guard the mind hacker here, the one that confronts them. Protect the doctor at all costs. You've got the basics in your head, correct? So, bugs are almost like, as well, they're almost like this kind of personality parasite that once it attaches to you kind of integrates, but also like morphs you into something way more violent.
It's a little bit less. It's a little bit less direct than that. Like, it's not like an entity that enters your body. It's literally just a personality defect that eventually materializes as like a threat to society, right? Like she just said, like arson, theft, murder, right?
Well, let's just say, because they say, she also said they have bugs, right? That they're not bugs.
Right, like they have
bugs.
Personality defects is the idea.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like, because there was also a part of that you know, she said where it's like what you calls it when they were scanned by format, right? So the idea is that
there's
it's
something
like
to detect.
Pretty much anybody who's a criminal has a bug, but these are individuals whose bugs could metastasize into like an event.
Okay.
Yes, Captain. Within the mind of a scumbag, there hides a bug. A bug is an error in personality, something that shouldn't be there, the impulse to kill, to destroy. Bugs cannot be seen, but they take root and grow inside people's souls until one day they tear their way out.
So violent.
It's
Okay.
weird. There's no blood in this game, though, so don't worry about that. Resulting in
That's
the
good.
flash freezing of their surroundings and total destruction.
Oh.
It is the sole purpose of the debug room format and the mind hacker to prevent that from happening. I heard it's thanks to this facility that there haven't been any large-scale bug-related incidents in a decade.
So we essentially have one of the scariest jobs in this place.
Essentially, we are a bomb defusal specialist, if you had to think of it like that. It's a bit hard. Oh, sorry.
No, this is me. It's a bit hard to understand when you're just hearing about it. Hearing about it, though, isn't it?
Well, to be honest, I am having trouble getting my head around it all. Bugs, what exactly are they? And how can someone reform scumbags with such evil minds?
You'll understand soon enough. Seeing it will be faster. Now let's go. What we do is we just punch people in the face. It's cute. That chair. Follow me, rookie. The reformation target is in the waiting room next door.
Yes, Captain.
Wait, so I'm not in danger, but that guy's in danger?
You will be in danger when you're gonna. It's essentially you're gonna do an interview first, and then you're gonna perform the actual procedure. During the procedure, you are very much in danger.
Okay. Because I was like, wow, this sucks. There's only like one guy, the guy like, you know, who got killed before him.
Well, so you
like,
saw in that
that's
flashback,
like,
it was like the guy with the cube head, and he like exploded into whatever. The only reason you survived that was that Rebecca was behind you and fucking yanked you out of there and slammed the door to save you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been waiting for you, Doctor. Welcome to the debug room. It's another perfect day for hacking. This will be your 4,978th mind hack.
I wonder if that number goes up the more people play.
I genuinely don't know. I don't think so, because I'm just thinking about it now, where it's like, let me do some quick maths just on a calculator. Oh, that's my calendar, not calculator. My bad.
Nice.
So it's 4,978 divided by 365, right? That would be almost 14 years, which kind of makes sense. If you did one a day. Hotfix, please bring in the reformation target. The reformation, I guess. Now,
I don't like whatever this whispering thing is in this in this music or whatever.
Now, sit down, my dear doctor. Please take a seat at the mind hacker's device.
Yes, format.
Like the heart?
There are 2 chairs in the debug room. I sit down in the one designated for the mind hacker. Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, yoinks. Oh.
Doctor, the reformation target will now enter the room. Don't forget that there is a bug inside this individual. Stay alert. I think I have to do this guy's voice, but I genuinely don't know how to do his voice. He's just a thug. Like, that's just what he is. So it's like, I told you I didn't fucking do anything.
Nice.
Get your hands off me. Quit pulling. I'll stab you with my spikes. Be quiet. Oh, sorry. Be quiet. Keep walking. What the fuck is all this? I've been freezing. Sorry, I forgot how vulgar this guy is. And I'm like shouting this in my room. What the fuck is all this? I've been freezing my ass off and there's some weird voice coming from the ceiling. And then when someone finally does come, they're as tight-lipped as a fucking clam. Do you know just who the fuck you're messing with, huh? Captain, shall I shut him up?
I like the idea of like these people are equivalent to like a messed up piece of equipment, right? That we just hit once really hard, or like I always come back to my iPad that like the screen was like glitching out and I just dropped the iPad and it fixed. I'm like, yeah, there you go.
So you're saying that this mind hacking process is essentially percussive maintenance, but for people's minds?
Yeah, like there's something wrong with it, so we just got to fix it.
I guess you're kind of right. I think the analogy would be, I think the analogy is like pretty close, but I guess it would be a little bit more accurate to be like, imagine your iPad was glitching out, and so you pulled out like a really long pair of tweezers, slipped it under the screen, and just yanked out a piece, and it just worked forever, but the iPad was never quite the same again. Anywho.
Okay. Leave him be. The doctor, this is the guy you'll be working on today.
Hell yeah. Listen to this fucking
people
song.
Look like?
So this is the guy. Oh, what? So you're the doc that they keep talking about? I've heard about it. Mind hack or minnow and haddock or whatever it's called. They say there's a doctor who returns people's minds into flower fields. I see. Just fucking try it if you think you can. I'll lead you in a wild spike chase.
I like the idea also, at least for like guys like this, he's like thinking about spikes constantly, and then you just go into his mind, but what if spikes were flowers? And you just keep on saying that phrase over and over, and then he starts getting confused because he's like, but no, spikes can't be flowers. And I'm like, but
I thought you said you didn't play this game, Saba.
I haven't.
Then let's continue then.
Stuff.
Doctor, this guy is the leader of a notorious gang of thugs. The Bloody Paella. I think that's how you say that.
Food
Oh,
dish?
is that Bloody Paella? Okay. The Bloody Paella. I've never seen that word. I
don't even know if that's what I'm not sure, but that's what I
could believe it. I'll say Bloody Paella. Did you hear about that terrible fire that broke out in town the other day?
That was me.
There were numerous casualties. I personally know someone whose store got completely burnt down. They just gotten back on track after almost going bankrupt, just when everything was looking up. To think how many lives were taken by that fire. It's unforgivable. Like I said, I didn't have anything to do with that. It was an accident, I'm telling you. Look how big his eye is.
I know, I was like, talk about eyes wide open.
Stop lying to us! Accident my ass!
Ow. Leave your personal feelings out of this, rookie. It's not our job to judge anybody's sins. It's the doctor's. Ghetto doctor! We want to hear what you have to say. Would you please take a seat?
What? Me? Sit here? In this cute little chair? And just who the fuck are you?
I like that the idea as soon as he starts talking, she just like punches him and shoves him in the chair. Sit down, please. Oh, he's getting timid. And he's a grumpy cat. Okay. Thank you.
Doctor.
Doctor. Oh, this is format. Never mind. You go. Okay. Oh.
Doctor. Here is the reformation target's file. His name is Unid. He's a male. He's 28 years old.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that. My mind just registered undid. It just added letters in for some reason.
I believe if I remember correctly, because I think I looked this up previously, Unid is like a concatenation of the scientific name for sea urchin, which is why he keeps making like all these like fish and spike.
Oh, and he's spiky and stuff.
Height 180 centimeters. Wouldn't that be like a little under 5 feet?
What? 5 feet?
No, sorry, a little under 6 feet. Apologies.
5 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, a little under 6.
I know I'm definitely not 180 centimeters.
180 centimeters.
150 I thought was 5 foot. 180 I feel like.
It's 70 inches. So 180. Okay, thank you, Google. I put in 180 centimeters in feet, and Google auto-completed to 180 meters in feet, which is not correct.
That guy would be ginormous.
He's almost 5'11".
She's pretty tall.
What's 80 kilograms in pounds actually? 80 kg
I don't know.
in LBS.
If only there was one consistent unit of measurement.
He's just shy of 180 pounds.
Okay.
So he's 5'10", roughly 175. Leads delinquents to commit acts such as motorcycle violence, illegal gambling, and distribution of drugs. Charged with reckless driving, hit and run, and arson. Found to be a bug owner through scanning. I'll make you regret ever showing that pouty pufferfish face of yours in front of me. The mighty Black Sunshine. And that's kind of why I didn't necessarily know what voice to do with him, because he is supposed to have a, quote, inner city accent. I'm like,
it's okay. It's understandable. Yeah, let's not antagonize the guy. Let's just be professional, straightforward. But Sunshine, he's really fun. I asked the reformation target, isn't your name Unid?
What? My real name? It's called Unit? My birth certificate? How the hell would I know?
This guy doesn't know who he is?
The name doesn't match his documents. Does that mean he's using an alias? Or is he just an idiot?
I don't think you want to say that. The documents are correct, but in the end, it's a name someone else chose, perhaps his birth parents. It's not uncommon for someone to have no idea what their real name is. Well, yeah, that's interesting, I guess.
Is that so? Hey, Shrippy New! Who'd you call an idiot? I can hear you! Keep your mouth shut! Stop talking back to every little thing! Doctor, I've set up your device. Please begin debugging. Shut it, ceiling! Don't play with me, you glove bastard. There's no one in the streets who'd leave me alone, you hear? I'm the head, which means I'm the king, which means I'm the greatest. Everyone in my turf bows to me. If I say do something, it'll get done. If you try anything with my mind, I'll beat you till you're purple and boneless like an octopus. Are octopuses purple? Or is it just the boneless part, I guess? You won't be able to stand it up ever again once I'm done with you. Hello? Will you fucking talk? I hate it when it's all quiet. If you keep getting on my nerves, I'll give you a taste of my spike rocket. Like he's an anime character. Beginning session, Doctor. Please brace for impact. Connecting.
Nope.
That tickles. Welcome. You're now in his mind. Uh-huh. This place. Where is this? What the fuck? Hey, what's going on? Where am I? Hey, Doc. What the hell? Say something, damn it. Doctor. After yesterday's accident, it may be best if we go over the procedure again. You are now directly connected to the target's source code.
It's weird to think we're talking about people's personality as if it's source code.
I mean, we can talk about this at the end of the chapter, but yeah. Your job is to find and neutralize the bug hidden within the source code. Bugs warp the target's personality, aggression, sadism, murderous intent, errors unique to humans. I format and program to scan and find bugs as an AI that specializes in bug removal. However, I can only detect the presence of a bug. A human is required to locate the source of the personality error. That's where you come in, Doctor. Your helping hand as a mind hacker is essential.
You mean helping hands? Plural? Not two.
Look at this music. You hear this?
Yeah.
it's like a 1990s like alt rock just like peppy song. It's like what the fuck? Now let me scan the target for you. Gah! My head! It hurts! Feels like a fat spike's lodged itself in there. I don't feel so good. It's like there's an anemone squirming around inside my head.
All of it, like this little thing of him talking about sea stuff is like a fun personality quirk. Makes him unique.
It makes him more, like, considering the other people that you do interviews with, like, later in the game, they're all very unique from each other. They all have, like, a little theme going on, which I really like. Doctor, the target's bug has now been made visible to you.
I guess it's the little triangle.
To fix the bug, you should first find the cause of the target's warped personality. Once you're ready, enter the target's mind and stimulate the fragile areas.
What is stimulating? Whoa.
Apply the correct stimuli to the relevant areas and the bug will be effectively neutralized. What is it? Stop staring at me like that. I'm not saying anything, you hear me? This is you.
First, let me take a look at the target's memories. I'll begin the hack when I'm ready. Oh, typing with the keyboard.
Hey, Doc, you like hamsters? I do. They remind me of sea slugs. I remember once one of my underlings brought a whole cage filled with them.
Sea slugs or hamsters?
They kept the males and females all in there together, which is why there were so damn many of them.
Multiply.
They were so fucking cute, all fluffy and soft. I'd pick them up, and then and then they'd wriggle like crazy. You see, Doc, I thought of an efficient way to crush hamsters. In both hands, 1 hamster, 2, back of my knees, 3 hamsters, 4, between my elbows, 5, 6. I sandwiched them in there, and as the little fur balls squirmed around trying to escape, squeeze, splat.
Yeah.
Relax, I didn't actually do it. I put them all back in their cage. But you could picture it happening, couldn't you? Did it make you feel sick? It's strange. Tiny things, cute things.
Oh,
I want to crush them to bits.
He's got cute aggression? Is that what this is?
I just want to ruin them. Everyone's thought of something like that once, right?
Well, that's natural.
Congratulations, first layer has been shattered.
Do I have to also type in disable?
Yes, it's the whole thing.
Can't believe. No, they needed to do this where you actually needed to type it correctly, like so it's almost like a typing game as well. That would have been fun.
I can't stand it when it's quiet. If someone's all gloomy in front of me, I hit them to make them wail. Someone I knew had this huge condo they never used, and a dozen or so of us used to hang around there. We'd light up some seaweed and watch baseball on satellite TV and go wild. It felt so damn good. There was gambling too, obviously. Gotta be some thrill to it, win or lose. A jellyfish without its sting is just plain old water, right? I'd make the ones who'd lost pay for everyone, bleed them dry. There was this one guy who cried all fucking night, bawling over losing his entire fortune. Wonder what he's up to now. You think he hanged himself?
I'm telling you, undid is just... Okay.
I like cabbage. Coleslaw, though, that's worse than eating rotten algae.
Coleslaw's great.
They made me eat it when I was a kid at the institution I lived in. It literally tasted like raw garbage.
I guess if you
I didn't have all my spikes back then. I grew up there, so I don't even know if my parents are sea urchins like me. The matron was a fucking bitch. You spill anything and she'd beat you till your shell cracked. I tried my best to eat everything, even if it tasted awful. But one day, the kid next to me hit me with their elbow. They just had to flip the whole damn tray over. And then I got punched by the old hag. She shoved me under the table and told me to pick it all up by hand. It was pathetic. I scraped the watery, mushy coleslaw together with my bare hands. There were so many kids there, like a swarm of white bait. I don't know what that is.
I think it's
but not a single one of them helped me. Everyone was scared of the old hag. Oh, of course, miss. We didn't see anything. We don't know anything. That's why I swore to myself someday when my spikes grow, I'd skewer that fucking bitch. I'll get stronger and bigger than everyone else. And I'll never, ever let anyone ignore me like that again. No one will go against me again.
I mean...
You know, Doc, it's not like I enjoy stabbing people with my spikes. I even make sure to leave some space when I sit down next to someone. I mean, it's dangerous, right? I just want to forget my shitty childhood and live a happy life. That day, me and my underlings were tearing up the highway on our bikes. An oncoming car tried to swerve to avoid us and ended up flipping over. At first, I meant to help them, so I looked into the driver's seat.
Oh no, was it the
And
lady?
guess who I found inside?
Oh my god.
It was the old hag. Can you believe it? I felt so damn good. I told her, serves you fucking right. And then I rode off just like that. The gas was leaking, and the car exploded behind us. That bitch must have died. I did it. I'm free. I won against her, that old hag. But I didn't think it would become such a huge fire. I just wanted the bitch to go to hell. I felt high from the thrill, as if I was a flying fish.
So this guy kind of was just traumatized from his childhood, and
But I don't regret it. But I do
Oh,
feel bad
no.
for the ones who got caught up in the fire. Huh. You know what? Right when I thought that old hag had died, I suddenly remembered something when I was a kid. The day I left the institution, she gave me a stuffed toy so that I wouldn't feel lonely. A soft, fluffy sea slug. But I threw it away as soon as I could. Is she kidding me?
do I click this? Yes. Okay.
Let's begin, Doctor. It's time to mind hack.
So I guess this is just a bunch of information.
Read the Reformation target's personality and enter the text shown on screen to neutralize the source code. Press spacebar to begin.
Oh, so this is a typing thing. Okay.
This is a typing thing, and you do actually have to type kind of quick and accurately.
Oh, frick.
It's not like exceptionally hard, but you can't fuck around.
No, I don't even need to press. I don't even need to press the space bar. Oh. Oh. Do. Why? My typing is okay.
Congratulations.
Yay!
You did it. Oh, what is this? My head, it feels all muddled. Is this your doing, you glove bastard? Stop it. These annoying flowers. Get rid of them right now. Wonderful work, Doctor. It seems you successfully neutralized the bug inside the Reformation target. Now, for the finishing touch, fix the target's personality to make sure that the bug never occurs again. Oh, what is it? Aren't you done yet? Doctor, which is closer to the Reformation target's personality structure?
So it's saying like what's at the core of all.
What is his true personality? Like, he acts lively, but in actuality he is.
Yeah. Okay, I think I.
Very well. Please rewrite that.
Oh, please erase with him.
Ugh. Shut up. I don't think that. I don't. I'm the king. Ah! Stop, don't erase it. I said stop!
I don't think he wants. Well, I don't know, because he said he likes cute stuff, actually.
It's true.
And it was nothing about being beautiful, but he's like, I have cute stuff. He brought that up. You know, I'll do it.
Good job, Saba. You just erased his ability to like cute things.
It's okay.
You regret saying crap like that to the mighty black sun. Shine. Oh, God.
Well, if you think about it, if you had chosen lively,
stop.
then wouldn't we would have erased him being lively?
Correct. And he
It's
would have
a
just been
little
lonely.
Oh my god.
I told you to stop. These fucking flowers. Flowers! Shit, what's happening? Damn it. The flowers. This fuck. Fuck! This isn't me.
But that doesn't make sense. That wouldn't the last one, because the last one just had 2 positive things. So I don't understand why we would need to erase any of those 2 things.
Because they are kinda like so what you are doing right now, you have successfully identified the bug, which is the source. Well, you've identified the bug, which is a system of personality flaws, essentially, right? And so right now, what you're doing is you have identified the source of his, like, personality flaw, and you are severing its connections to other parts of his personality. So obviously severing loneliness, that, you know, eliminates a bunch of stuff, like up the chain.
Cute makes sense if he's got cute aggression, but it, like, manifests as real aggression.
Exactly.
Like, thought real aggression, then okay.
Yeah. Flowers. My mind is turning into flowers. Someone help me. You've done enough, haven't you? Let me go home.
Yeah, let's not do... I told the Reformation target that it'll be okay and that this would be the final phase.
Really? It's almost over? You're not lying, are you? Hey, Doc. You're gonna regret this. When I get back, I'll round up my underlings and find where you live. And we'll all get on our bikes, and we'll get our bikes. Our bikes. Fuck, I can't think straight anymore. Fuck.
So many F-bombs. Okay.
Tell you to stop it. Stop. What's with those hands? Bastard, what do you do?
Oh! Oh, that's the flower that he was we were holding, I guess, today. You shall now all become hippies.
Process confirmed.
Ooh.
Disconnecting. Doctor, please test how the target responds to an action. Whoa!
Oh my god.
I feel like a brand new person. Has a curse been lifted from me? It sure feels like that. The world is so bright, like a flower, like I'm in a flower field. What did you do to me, Doc?
We switched his species. He went from a sea urchin now to a flower. I told Format that the mind hack is complete.
Magnificent. The Reformation target's bug has been completely fixed. Oh, really? That's so cool. Mind hack. Good for the body, good for the soul. Thanks, Doc. Can I point out real quick? Did you perhaps notice that he didn't say it was good for a third thing that's really famous that goes along with the other two? Good for the body, good for the soul, but not necessarily good for the mind.
Yeah. Rookie, let's go.
Roger that, Captain. Doc, starting right now, I'm going to make a fresh start at life. I'll never do anything bad ever again.
I don't know if I like
Wow! The air tastes so fresh, and it smells absolutely lovely.
I don't know if I like the 180 change. Like, I
He's
don't
gone.
mind if, like, someone's like, you know...
We can discuss
well,
at the
I
end of
don't
the
do it
chapter.
anymore.
There's a lot to talk
Yeah.
about, obviously. Hey, wait! Don't leave on your own! Yeah!
Get him! He's walking so fast!
Doctor, absolutely splendid work. Your skills are unparalleled. You truly are the best mind hacker there is. The fate of all mankind rests in your hands. I am sure that you will continue to make great contributions towards world peace. You have completed today's session. Please return to your office to go over today's report.
I returned to my office. Format showed me with
Showered.
me with praise. Let me read the prognosis report. Hacking complete. The target's prognosis is excellent. Amiability to others was greatly increased. Target was seen initiating an embrace with a hotfix member. Although strong stress reaction to isolation were seen before treatment, he seems fine now in his solitary cell. A budding awareness of social norms is also observed. On-site volunteer work may be permitted with progress. So he's like still in jail.
Until they confirm that he is truly, like, done.
And this is the same thing as what we just read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. Put it away.
Sorry, I'm dying.
I gathered the documents together and put them away in a drawer. I'm done with work for today. Doctor?
Doctor, you were brilliant today! Oh man, that was amazing to watch! What incredible talent! I can't believe you managed to reform that evil-looking sea urchin. He was like a completely different person. His expressions completely changed as well. His eye, it's all twinkly. Honestly, I'm still exhilarated. I never thought scumbags could be straightened out like that. To think I'll be able to see your work, I'll be able to see your work by your side every day. I'm just so honored to be in this position. I promise to train hard so that I can be of help to you, Doctor. Thank you for your guidance. I am looking forward to seeing more. Please excuse me for today.
How are you feeling, Doctor? Yeah. I gave the captain a thumbs up to show that I was doing just fine. Haha. I'm glad to see you back to your usual self. But don't push yourself. You should breathe some fresh air once in a while. I know you don't get out much. We should have a chat about the scenery sometime soon. The weather's been nice, so you can see the mountains clearly. There's a field of flowers just near the mountain ridge. I always think of you when I see it, Doctor. After all, there's no one who loves flowers more than you. I want you to see... I like the idea of... What is it? Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. I want to see it. Flowers! I told the captain that it would be nice for us to go there together someday. I wonder. You always can't be bothered when I try to take you outside. I can see why it wouldn't interest you in here. Sorry, it wouldn't interest you. Dot. In here, you can ask Format for anything from food to flowers. Well then, shall we go for a walk? Whenever you feel up for it. Flowers. Yeah, that's what that is. Oh. Everyone's thought of something like that. Oh, you mean in our mind? Let this go. Do I have to click it? appears so. Doctor? It's getting late. I'll excuse myself for today. See you, Doctor. Take care of yourself. If there's something on your mind, let me know anytime. Ooh. Case 1 in.
I think it just drops you immediately into case 2. I think. Yeah.
Probably.
So once we get to the first dialogue box, we can chit chat if you want.
All right. So, yeah, so that was case 1 of MindHack. So case 1 originally was the only one that was available for the Next Fest demo from like a year or 2 ago or whatever, right? So obviously I fucking fell in love with that. I thought that was awesome. Then the game comes out I think 8 months later or something like that, and it had 2 extra cases. No, 1 extra case, sorry. And then since then they've added at least 1 more, maybe 2. So, yeah. I mean, do you have any questions or topics that you want to discuss about what we've seen so far?
I think I only have few comments. I think one of them, which is kind of amusing, that potentially this doctor's interests actually bleed into how they do their mind hack. That's why somebody else probably could have chosen stars.
And instead of filling their minds with flowers, it would have filled their minds with stars.
Yeah, but because this doctor likes flowers, it's flowers.
I think that's more or less the implication there, right? So yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if I like the 180 in personality. It's very amusing. It fit kind of
obviously it's silly, right? But I that. So and this is the because I couldn't explain it to you, right? Vocally, because obviously when I explained it to you before, you took it as this is evil government shit or whatever. But it's Unit was a bad guy in the sense that he did not have any regard for civilians or
he
whatever.
Was traumatized, and that led him down a bad path. And
well, because the part of that, the part of his highway story that you have to kind of read between the lines to understand or to realize is he said that someone swerved to get out of the way of their motorcycles, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the highway?
I'm assuming that means he was driving recklessly on the highway.
They were, him and his gang were driving the wrong way down a highway late at night.
Oh, complete opposite way. Okay.
Yes. That's the implication there. So it's it's not even just oh shit, someone flipped over, I feel so bad about it, And then obviously the fire gets out of control, which in fact was an accident, but he's still, a murderer due to negligence. I mean, it was an accident,
yeah.
He didn't intend to kill them. But I guess in that case that's manslaughter.
He could have what is it? I think there's an actual word for if you don't help someone, could have, but yeah, but it was
I mean,
I feel
I would have liked
it.
Yeah.
I would have liked it if it was their personality kind of remained the same, but it's when you ask them about something, they wouldn't even think that it was an option to do something.
But you see, Saba, that's the whole rub, right? Is that's how this process works. This process is you locate the source of the bug, sever its connections to the rest of their personality, and then fill it in with something that will guarantee that the bug never surfaces again. Which
I guess it's a stylistic choice then to do the 180.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know if I would say stylistic choice, because that's just world building, why, if you're if once again, you're allowed to be a little uneasy about the 180 or whatever, but it's just as valid as any of this other nonsense that's going on, right?
I mean, I guess I could see, I'm saying, there's an avenue where this makes sense. I feel I would have been totally fine if it was kind of how I said it as well. He was just you know what? I love my bros. I'm gonna go give them all hugs and whatever and whatnot. I feel
I think
they're, like,
as we
almost
get
adjacent
further
in
into
potential.
more cases, I think you'll get a better idea as to exactly how extreme some of these 180s can be. And I think that's the point.
Maybe.
I think the point is that they, like, Unit is no longer the same guy, which might be better for society as a whole, but that has some really troubling implications, obviously. And considering that prior to
Yeah.
him, we've done almost 5,000, you know? Just
Mhm.
imagine, like, roughly
I guess
5,000 people
that's
had
what
their
makes
personalities
it, maybe
completely
that's what makes
reversed.
it worse in some ways, right? That this isn't even as peach, and who knows, maybe the way I'm thinking of it is a little more moral versus like what's happening here could be deemed as a little more immoral because of the 180. So that's interesting. Okay.
Well, I don't even
Um,
know if your way is necessarily more moral in the sense that the objective of format is to guarantee that the bug never comes back again. So the idea of like taking this guy, severing his personality flaws, and then putting him right back in the same scenario as he originally was in, that led to the exacerbation of his personality flaw. Like, you can see how a robot would be like, no, we're not doing that, you know? So, I
But
mean, you know,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would link it to leading in the same scenario as like he wouldn't have like all of the same personality
he would
points
still be
anymore,
hanging out
but
with
there's
the
different
exact
than
same,
180.
like in your scenario, he would be hanging out with the exact same people doing the exact same thing. He might feel
No, he would not
differently
be
about it, but
doing. He would not be
the
doing the exact same thing. That's you're not correct, I guess, in that assumption of what I'm saying. But
I mean, you just
um,
said that he would be going back to his bros.
no, like he would, even if he would be going back to his bros, like I supposed to be like he would be hugging them all. He's like, we're gonna do other stuff now. We're not gonna be going and doing all this illegal things. Like that's what I imagine. Like he would be going and saying. He's like, we're gonna go.
I suppose, and so I guess it's just like my immediate like thought there would be that like returning to the same environment could just lead to the development of another bug, right? Because I mean, I guess that's something that we haven't really touched upon,
If
and
it's
we
the
will
exact
eventually.
same
But
scenario, I imagine probably, but it's like I don't know. Since we've changed their minds, I feel like we planted, ironic, we planted the seeds of them not doing that stuff again. Like they're automatically first think to do not do that.
I think
instead.
you are kind of walking backwards into the idea as to why Unit is still in custody, despite having been cured, quote unquote, right? Because the idea is like they're going to like find him a situation that's going to be different, so that way they can guarantee. Because once again, it's all population control and stuff, right? Like that's clearly what this is. It's just like, you know, sadly, sometimes when people get really upset, they explode an ice bomb and blow up the city. You know, like that's
Yeah, I mean, so putting him in places where he doesn't remind him of his past or whatever. I can see that.
I will ask before we continue on case 2, because we're roughly an hour in. I don't think we're gonna finish MindHack today anymore. But at the same time, like we're definitely gonna finish it like next Sunday, like guaranteed. We'll probably actually finish early next Sunday. But how did you feel about the ending bit, of which the evidence can be seen on screen?
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a thing where at the end of each case, like we're going to get worse and worse. And then the flower will slowly actually disappear. And then maybe the last thing is it's like going to be a reverse psychology. And then we have to stop ourselves from exploding. Or we just die and we blow
Or we
everyone
just
else
die,
up.
right? Well, I mean, it's already
Yeah.
been roughly 5,000 like things, right? And we've only done one case, so there's a lot of elements to like the world building that you're not aware of yet. And I'm very excited for this next character because I have an idea as to what his voice is going to be. But I do want to point out that it's like in real life, there's a lot less stigma, and it's being less and less stigmatized over time about people admitting mental health issues, right? Like people seeking help isn't as stigmatized as it was even 20 years ago. But now imagine you live in the world of MindHack, where admitting that you have a mental illness could result in the secret police taking you away and completely reversing your
God.
personality forever.
That is pretty scary.
You see, so it's like now imagine we're the doctor, the guy who's been doing that personality 180ing, and it's heavily implied that there are other mind hackers, right?
Yeah, we're just one of
we're just one of many, hypothetically. And so it's like the idea of like, you know, yeah, we might be getting worse over time, but the idea of ever willingly admitting that is not only a detriment to us because we lose our identity through the mind hacking process, but it's also really bad for Hotfix because Hotfix would be out of a mind hacker. Because we are definitely the only mind hacker at this facility. I can guarantee you that. So.
Okay.
You ready to go?
Yep.
All right. Good day, my darling doctor. It's another beautiful day for hacking. You are the best mind hacker, the one who will save the world from bugs, the hero who will defeat the fatal error. You are the most brilliant, most valuable human being in the world. Your source code is special.
This pedestaling of us will definitely lead to a bigger crash.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's why, in this facility, you, and you alone, are given the right to choose. That's right. Choose whether you'll have rice or bread for lunch. Will you have your usual bread? I'll make sure it's toasted perfectly for you, my precious, adorable doctor.
Okay. I told Format to put butter and strawberry jam on it, too.
I want to point out that I love that the computer says, you're the only one who gets to choose. Do you want bread? And it's like, yeah, I want bread. Like, we don't actually get to choose at all.
Like, yeah, because Format didn't even say anything else about the other option.
Right. Yes, yes, of course I will. Now then, Doctor, here are the documents for today's session. Please come to the debug room after you've read through them. Oh yes, the new flowers that you have ordered have arrived. I'll have them placed in front of your room. All right.
Logum.
I'm gonna have you read these because I've been doing a lot of reading, obviously.
About the Logum House. Logum House is an emerging religious cult that has gained influence in recent years. By naming the catastrophe level Class 0 bugs near manifestation 10 years ago, the advent of the fatal error. Your press attracted followers by playing up the threat of a possible reoccurrence. The house denounces bugs as being the exposure of human greed and contrast consider storage to be a virtue. They are known to the public for their illegal demonstration and financial exploitation of their followers. They also refer to one who can counter catastrophe level bugs as the hero and are eagerly awaiting their arrival. So us?
So there's a couple of things from there that I think are interesting from a world building standpoint that I would like to just enumerate just in case real quick. So last time when we were working with Unid, I believe he had either a class 1 or a class 2 level bug, right? Something that would explode and be bad, right? Obviously. However, as that document just stated, a decade ago, there was a class 0 bug which was the equivalent of a nuke.
So did that actually blow up? I don't know if I picked that.
What you just saw, what you just read there, because it's obviously like Christian, like end of days type stuff, right? Where what you just saw there was that the Logum House has been gaining popularity by telling people it's gonna happen again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be a threat. Okay. Document B, an excerpt from the scripture of the Logos. All that is alive must return to its inorganic state, into a vessel pure and clean. For our true and God-given form is one that is portable and easily assembled. Wow. We yearn for the day to come when we shall be stored inside the divine house of Lagom. Mogul? As its chairs and tables. Okay. Statement from the Logum House. The incident in question has absolutely no affiliation with the Logum House nor its activities. It is our understanding that the suspect has been expelled from the house in the past. Yamamura's assertions are wholly at odds with our doctrine and are not related to our activities in any way, shape, or form. We feel strong indignation regarding this incident and offer our most sincere condolences to the four victims. Wow. We will not be answering any questions hereafter. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, so Yamamura is our guy. Four people are dead. And probably related to Logum. He was a Logum guy, but because people died.
Oh, good morning, Doctor. Look at the shipping label on this box.
He's so cute.
Format told me to take this to your room as soon as possible.
It's the flowers.
Yeah, I'll place it right here. This cardboard box is packaged very securely, isn't it? There we go. Doctor, this is extremely important looking package. Could it be some sort of device that you need for mind hacking?
Yeah. Oh, that's the... Oh, look, that's the bad option. Let's not play into that. I thanked the newbie guard and said that this is something important and special to me.
That's what I thought. I'm so glad. After all, it's our role as hotfix to be of service to you, Doctor. I always wanted to say that. Yeah, it's really sinking in that I'm part of hotfix now. When I was a kid, I remember seeing hotfix on TV as the special forces unit that fights against evil. As a child, I thought they were so cool for getting rid of evil in the world. They were my heroes. So I won't forgive those evil-doing scumbags either. Oh, well, that's different from my childhood, or what's different from my childhood is that you're the one who does the fighting, Doctor, but still. I mean, look at the captain! She's the exact image of what I had in mind when I thought of hotfix. Did you see her that time? How she made that scumbag shut up just by telling him to sit down? Oh man, that was so cool. I want to be like that. I want to become that strong. I want to have the confidence that I'm a true keeper of justice. But even if I were to fight villains, man, this guy talks a lot. But even if I were to fight villains, I don't have any understanding, strengths, or persistence for that matter. Doctor, I respect you and the captain from the bottom of my heart. How do I fight evil head on like that? How are you able to become a mind hacker, Doctor?
Yep. My answer is that it's not something you can become by trying. I, for one, am a natural genius. We're very full of ourselves.
Talent. Natural talent, I see. Of course, it's all written in our source codes.
That's kind of condescending, actually, because you're just saying, yeah, you're not good enough.
Correct. Actually correct. The kind of person you'll become is decided the moment you're born. That's just how things are. The briefing I got when I first came here said that the human mind was discovered to be like a machine program.
In that case, couldn't I just hack him to be a genius?
In theory, couldn't you hack anyone to do anything you wanted?
Exactly, yeah.
But I understand, maybe even someone did it to you and made you a genius. But we're never gonna address that. But I understand evil is written inside the minds of scumbags from the start. They don't feel anything, even when they hurt others. They're broken and won't just heal, and that just won't just heal on its own. Mind hack is the only thing that can change them. That's how it is, isn't it? Even if I'll never be like the captain, I'm glad I'm not evil.
That's the line. I'm glad I'm not evil.
I'm glad I'm not evil. Holy shit, it's the captain.
Rookie, were you able to speak with Doctor? Good for you. Doctor, he's been saying for a while now that he wants to ask you something.
Oh, Captain, good morning.
Oh, that package. I told you I'd go deliver it myself. It must have been heavy on your own. Thank you. I appreciate it since they're doctor's dear flowers.
No, not at all. I can do something like this anytime.
Haha. How dependable. What did you buy this time, Doctor?
Sup, Becca?
Oh my god. Let's not be that impersonal. I whispered to the captain that its contents are top secret, so I couldn't possibly say it here. Haha. Oh, is that right? Sorry, I thought it was the usual large flower arrangement. It's rare for you to order something other than flowers. Isn't this the first time in 10 years? It must be an important secret, even if even I'm not allowed to know. I won't ask any further. I wonder if it changes if 10 years ago we also went through like a bug phase as well.
Maybe it really is just flowers like the label says.
Now, let's go. Format is waiting for us.
You're right, I am waiting. God damn, you people talk so much.
Roger that, Captain. Doctor, is it actually flowers? Format said that it was a top priority package of the utmost importance. It's not really flowers, right? Within that packaging, just flowers? I mean, pardon me. Let's make our way to the debug room.
I mean, with the way Format talks, I think anything that Doctor wants is
the utmost importance.
Yeah.
Well then, Doctor, I'm looking forward to your brilliance today as well. This will be your 4,982nd mind hack. Real quick, is that +1 from yesterday?
Not sure. I don't remember the previous number. I know it was 4,000, so.
It was 4,900 and something. I thought it was 4,970 something. In which case, that would be more than one, which means that there was a mind hack or two that we just didn't see. That's kind of interesting, if that's the case. Anyway. My darling doctor, please take a seat at the mind hacking device. Wonderful. You always look so splendid as a mind hacker. Hotfix, please bring in the Reformation target.
This person's just bug-filled.
Hey! Don't walk off on your own, and don't go near the doctor.
Oh!
Sit down. Oh, great, he's already sitting.
Greetings, Butterknife.
God.
Just as God sees the true essence of all objects, I do not judge a book by its cover. Your blade, however, it appears to be a bit dull.
Butter? What's wrong with this guy?
Dude, listen to this fucking song. I like this song. Sorry.
It's a good vibe. Ah, yes, the Reformation target. Aren't butter knives not supposed to have sharp edges?
That's exactly why you're a butter knife.
Well,
An ephemeral, superficial blade. Its delicate shape blends in with the intricate chopsticks, knives, and forks. As the hero that will slice through the fatal error, the mind hacker must be a sharpened kitchen knife. Or else, the god Lagome will not place it into his kitchen. Ha! Nevertheless, I shall introduce myself. My name is Ervig. I am the cabinet of the Lagome god.
Ivrig.
Ervig.
Ivrig.
Ervig.
Gervy.
What's it backwards?
Gervy. That's what I said, Gervy.
I'll say I am Gervy. A cabinet?
In the Lagom house, a believer's rank is represented by furniture size. Oh, because they can be reborn as furniture in the freaking house.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I see. Then there are chairs and beds as well. Beds? Look at this guy!
Oh my god.
Woo! Woo! I fucking love this animation, dude. It's so sick. You measly paper napkin. That's is not allowed of such a lowly rank. How sinful. I don't really get it. But I can tell he's looking down on me. I am God's furniture, one that was offered both body and soul to Lagom itself. Though I may not yet reach the realm of assemblability, someday I shall. Even I, the chosen apostle, known for being the most portable, I am only a cabinet. A bed, you say? A bed! Oh,
One that
God.
God sleeps in. Oh my gosh. I apologize for the disrespect. We don't know much about the god Lagom. Will you tell us more about it?
Oh, salad bowl. I see you know your ignorance. Then for you I shall preach the doctrine of Lagom. God is an inorganic object. However, humans, foolishly, are creatures made of meat. The soul dwells in meat. When the meat festers, so does the soul. Bugs infest rotten meat. The triangular bugs are born in weak minds, accumulating to become the fatal error.
I see.
Born of humans, the fatal error then corrupts them. To save the world from utter chaos, we must discard our meat and minds and become inorganic.
Okay, what a very big jump into
Humanity must become pure in substance, unadulterated and inorganic in order to be the furniture of God. To achieve that, we must not fail to practice our faith every day and night and pray to Lagom. Like this. Observe.
He just starts headbanging, like he's in a metal concert. Oh, you just sit in chair pose and act like the furniture. Okay.
The sole good deed we can do with our impure meat bodies for the inorganic God is to offer our bodies as cushions.
Uh-huh.
As one of God's furniture, you will be set free from your suffering of meat and mind and reach the realm of the bedroom. Now, there is still time to become believers in Lagom and assemble as furniture with me. This facility won't be here if humanity just could be saved from doing invisible chair squats.
By doing invisible...
Whatever, you get it.
Yeah.
Oh, how pitiful, and so very incorrigible, as expected of a cheap bargain sale pack of paper napkins. Who are you calling some subpar disposable inferior replacement that got here through sheer luck?
Rookie, he didn't put it like that.
Oh, my bad. Fortunately, Lagom is merciful. It shall use even a mediocre thing like that as a fashionable paper bat. Doctor, please don't be fooled by him. This guy is an atrocious criminal. For starters, his documents say that he was expelled from the Lagom house a while back. Ha! Expelled, you say? Do not make my right door creak. I am a true servant of Lagom. I only have one eyebrow, I think. Do not place me in the same shelf as those discount sealable bags who lack the courage to discard their rotten meat.
Scurvy, one by one, you summoned 4 Lagom believers that attended your university. You made them into boxes and sent them as packages to the Lagom House's headquarters. Is that right? Dang.
That is correct. I've made them into a shape both portable and easy to assemble.
Ooh. Why did you choose them? I heard that they were your close friends.
Indeed, they were upperclassmen at my college. Or, sorry, this is the wrong voice, wasn't it? Isn't this is Kermit.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is Kermit. Indeed, they were upperclassmen at my college. They were the ones who led me into the path of faith. But they had changed. The pointed terrible triangles were within them.
That's why you made them into boxes?
I tried to teach them the true form of faith, but none of them listened to me. Their true forms were revealed before my righteous LED light, raw meat, barely concealed behind flimsy plywood. Oh, but now they are portable and easy to assemble. Will be properly stored away inside Lagom's house. I simply took them by their hands and guided them to become God's furniture.
Does God use boxes
Took them by their hands, took them by their feet, and took their needless parts away. I was only following God's divine message, and of course it rejoiced. They must be happy as well. What the hell is this guy saying? Doctor, this guy's crazy!
Let's begin. I told Format that we should hurry and connect to this dreadful reformation target.
You're very proactive about mind hacking today, Doctor. How wonderful. With your own hands, you can remove that terrible threat that lies within this bug owner. Let us join forces, you and me. We'll save the world together. Doctor, here is the reformation target's file. You have sufficiently observed them, so there is nothing noteworthy to add. You must not waste time. There is no need for any more details. Take a quick look and go to the next step of the procedure.
Name Kosuke Girvi Yamamura, male 20, young 173, 54, so he's like a little
He's a little shorter than the last
last
guy and much lighter.
Yeah. University student, no other noteworthy instances in criminal record. Charged with the mutilation and abandonment of corpses and murder, found to be a bug owner through scanning.
Let us begin the session. Doctor, please brace for impact. Haha! Hear me, Butterknife. I am God's inorganic cabinet. My soul has been insect-proofed. There are no bugs within me. If you question my justice, then go ahead and dissect me with those hands. Connecting. God, I feel sick. I am a cabinet. I do not feel such things as pain.
Okay, cabinet man.
Huh? Where am I? What? Butterknife. Everything you do is futile. My faith will not fail.
First, let me take a look at the target's memories. I'll begin the hack when I'm ready. Oh, I clicked this. Now I have to type. Okay.
The nearest store is 80 minutes away. Record amounts of snowfall every year. The neighbors are all family friends. Dinner's the same every night. An over-seasoned, salty, sweet, misshapen stew. The wrinkled geezers all call me Ko-chan, as they please. Miki-chan sure is amazing, isn't she? But while the younger sister's talented Ko-chan's no good at anything. Miki-chan can study. She's damn attractive, and she's always the best in her kendo and calligraphy lessons. Is Ko-chan going to take over the family business and become a plasterer? Oh, but he's a clumsy little thing.
What, you think the daughter instead would become a plasterer? Really?
I'd rather end up in a garage sale than do that. I don't belong in that dusty old shack like that. What good is it to be the best at kendo or calligraphy in the middle of nowhere anyway? I'm not Ko-chan. That's just a word my parents forced onto me. My true name is Gervy. Only God sees me for who I really am. A fashionable, practical piece of furniture that belongs in its house. That's why I serve Lagome more than anyone else. I am a valuable cabinet.
Essentially, he's like, I'm a useless being, so I'd rather be, or he thinks he's useless and can't do anything, so he'd rather be.
Very astute, Saba. Don't type just quite yet. I wanted to point out. So, in the context of this Lagome, like, religion, right? Obviously, it's fake, but every single piece of furniture in the house is, like, a rank, like a thing that a person can turn into, right? And it's very interesting to me, just from, like, a character choice. Like, obviously, he looks like a fucking coffee mug, but he's supposed to be a cabinet. It's very interesting to me that he himself assigned himself cabinet specifically. Because if you truly... Because he was not assigned the role of cabinet. He never achieved that rank within the cult. He just gave it to himself because he believed that that's where he should be. And so... like, almost every house has cabinets in it, right? But it's not flashy. It's not something like the kitchen table or the couch or the TV, right? It's something that's practical and necessary, but not flashy, which I find really interesting as, like, kind of a reflection of his character.
Okay. Disable.
Man, sorry, can I turn you up for a second? You got super quiet, and I don't know why.
I am not sure.
I don't know if you're just speaking softer or whatever, but you're, like, very quiet.
I wanted someone who wouldn't compare me to Miki. I met a sophisticated, mature woman on an internet forum.
Yikes.
We became close. Very close. I wrote her messages every night, and I was so excited for her replies. My whole family treated me like junk after I couldn't get into that local college. Only she supported me. You can do it, Kosuke. If it's you, then I'm sure you'll get accepted. Let's live together in my city.
I guess everyone probably has a degree of lonely, but I guess maybe in his case, maybe they changed the word and they're like abandonment instead.
Well, you'll see as we get there. For her, I was determined to work hard. I thought if I got into college, I'd be able to meet her, to be with her. I worked hard, I studied like crazy, and finally, I made my dream come true. I got in! I wanted her to be the first one to know I could go to college in the city and live with her like I wanted to. I withdrew all my savings and boarded a train for the first time in my life to go see her. I arrived at her apartment with my letter of acceptance clenched in my fist. I knocked on the door and... it was all a lie. It was a scam that targeted country people like me. She never existed.
A scam to get people to come to the city?
I think he's going to explain in a second that he ended up sending her, like, cash gifts and stuff.
Oh.
That moment, I felt like my heart was ripped to shreds. Even worse, that place was the scammer group's office. I was surrounded by these scary-looking people.
Okay, now is it stupid that the scammers gave their own office, or was it genius?
I genuinely do not
know.
They robbed me and threw me out into the middle of the city with nothing but loose change in my pocket. I lost everything. My savings, my love, my home. As I stood there hopelessly, I was saved by some people I met at college orientation. 4 believers of the Lagome faith. See, God saved me. It blessed me with the knowledge that humans don't need feelings.
Yeah.
I'm the chosen one. I'm the cabinet that will store away the fatal error. Mickey just so happened to be next to me.
So he's like, I'm the savior.
It's all because Mickey was there, because I was born in the wrong place. I'm not lacking in anything. Only Lagome uses me properly. It lets me be a cabinet. Humans are so foolish. Why would they try to make a cabinet plaster walls? Why? Oh yeah, dude, oh yeah! No, sorry. Why make a cabinet take kendo lessons? I could shine if I was polished. I'm made of aluminum and steel, a diamond in the rough. Why ignore the assembly instructions thinking they know it all while getting left and right back panels wrong? But even though it was the dirty, vulgar countryside humidity that made me rusty. Even though Mickey was just a little better than me. Even though I was working so hard. Why? Why do they compare a younger sister to a cabinet? Lagome won't answer. Only before Lagome am I allowed to be a proper cabinet.
Okay. Get permission.
A lot less vulgar, this guy.
No. Okay.
The disciples of Lagome gave me the mission to spread the house's faith. They gave it to me! Me! I was happy. God had given the most prominent, most esteemed spot in the showroom. If everyone just believes in God, the world will become perfectly peaceful. Everyone should become furniture. If only everybody would throw away their feelings, they'd become happy. No one needs to compare their efforts with others or to admire someone. We can all be organic in God's house.
I want to point out just how, like, clearly he's delusional, right? And we'll talk about his delusions in a little bit. But it's so interesting to me that he talks about how he doesn't want to be compared to other people and how, like, the House of Lagome, everybody is furniture, we're all equal. But yet, very distinctly, the cult has a hierarchy based on how important the furniture is, right? So
Yeah.
once again, not to praise the game too much, but it's a really perfect example of like doublethink, right? Where like two opposed ideas exist simultaneously in his mind. And I think it's a really good example, of that phenomenon.
I want to make everyone happy. I want to save everyone, just like God saved me. That's why I'm doing my best. I pray and train every day harder than anyone else. I'm working so hard, but no one takes me seriously. I bet they'd believe it if Mickey was the one talking. I trusted that my upperclassman, the one who welcomed me here, knew who I truly was. I thought things would be different in the city, all smart and fashionable. I'm doing this for everyone's sake. Why is it that they need to become boxes in order to understand? Only God listens to what I say. Only God sees me for who I really am. It's only Lagome that lets me be myself. Ready to fucking obliterate this guy?
Okay.
Let's
see.
begin, Doctor. It's time to mind hack.
Mind hack. Oh, this is the typing part. Okay. Let's go. Look it up. A tarp. A box. Saw. Storage. Pig. By hams. hard to break. Too strong. What you do? Break. Nasty. Take defeat? Needless. That one seems beautiful. Going well. Got it. Efficiency. Next one. Third. Fourth. Packaged. Express. Delivery. You take a look. Work hard. Look at me.
You cleared that faster than the other one.
Nice.
Wonderful work, Doctor. It seems you successfully neutralized the bug inside the Reformation target. Now, for the finishing touch, rewrite the target's mind to make sure that the bug never occurs again. Is that all? Is that the end? As I thought, nothing impressive. You pitiful butter knife, repent your sins. My name is... what is it? That's strange. Doctor, what was the Reformation target's personality built upon?
So he just wanted to be acknowledged, so I think look at me makes more sense. Save.
It was literally
I guess-
It was literally the last thing in that typing segment that you just did, so I would agree.
Because it's like save me does make sense, but I think it's like more directly look at me makes more sense.
Very well. Please rewrite that. So I want to point out that there was an update relatively recently, which is like serendipitous, right? Because MINDHACK, I knew we were playing it this weekend. So I want to say like 2 weeks ago, there was an update to MINDHACK. That used to be a thing where you would have to use your mouse to follow a shape along the screen, and then that would cross out the thing, but it was extremely finicky, and if you messed up at any point, like you had to do it quickly, and if you messed up like the shape, it would reset and you'd have to do it again. So now
so
they just made it where you just use your
buggy.
finger and wipe it away.
Don't
Don't open me! Don't put stuff inside! What are these flowers? No, thank you! Don't make a mess with them. Don't shove them inside. The flowers. Hey, stop, I told you I don't want them. My head, there's no more space. You can obviously see which one I thought was more correct.
This one's weird. I mean, envy. I envy.
I want
means,
you
like, I want what they
so
have?
think about what he was talking about, right? Because like we did all this stuff with Unid where we got a very clear understanding of like what his problem was from like childhood into adulthood, right? So what was Ervig's problem?
Well, half of the time, he's like, oh, everyone else is like, well, doing like, I guess I am thinking he's like, oh, everyone else has what I don't have. If only I was like them, then like if only I was like Mickey, right? Then everyone would acknowledge me, and
More or
I would
less,
be important,
right? Like
Yeah.
the way that I saw it, and you might agree, you might not agree, right? Ultimately, this is your choice. But like the way that I saw it was that like his problems come from his parents, clearly, or like his family,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's not necessarily that he's explicitly worse than his sister. I think he might actually be. Like, I think she's just a little bit more talented than he is in that
but
very...
at like those two subjects,
Right,
you
but
know?
those are the subjects that
that
the
they
parents
deem
care
important,
about, right?
yeah.
So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's, you know, it's not even like I don't even necessarily think that the parents like told him outright like, oh, Mickey's better than you, but I think there was definitely that assumption of
Well, it's
like,
the-
oh, well, we already know what you are. You're a plasterer,
right? Because you're gonna follow the family business.
Also, it's like it's may not even be saying it to his face, but like always praising Mickey and then never saying.
And then never really acknowledging anything that he does. Exactly. So now think of that, right? Where it's not even just like an inferiority complex. It turned like as he grows up and now he's in college, right? He's like 20 years old, has murdered 4 people, which is crazy. Now that he's like in college and he gets scammed, that's a really big moment, right? The idea of him getting scammed and like his in like this thing where he thought he was finally doing right and he was going to be acknowledged and stuff, and the world takes that and throws it in his face, you know, by like robbing him and whatnot. Yeah. So in my mind, Kenosuke or whatever, he thinks that the world has something that he does not, where in actuality he just has an inferiority complex given by his parents. That's it. That's literally if anything, he has something that most other people don't have, right?
And it could be almost to the fact where he's like he views like human as being human as having something that he doesn't have, and that's why he's like, oh, being inanimate like evens things out. Like I'm taking away something that makes everyone else special, and they become kind of similar to me. Right,
because that's kind of the thing, right? It's like because remember he was not, and they like there's we'll probably get to it next episode, but there's like expanded files that you can get just by doing like a quick little thing on the main menu. Actually, I think I might already have them unlocked for you. But it's like expanded like documents, just like reports on like the different cases and whatnot. And that's where we learn that he did not get assigned cabinet. He gave himself cabinet, right? And so in his psychotic mind, right, his like religious zealotry, he gets to choose to be a cabinet. Not the sofa, not the kitchen table, not something that's so austere that he would be like too ostentatious. He's a cabinet, something that you have to look at. You walk into the kitchen and the cabinets are there, you know? It's not like the butter knife that gets put into a drawer.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And also kind of being like I hate everyone is kind of like surface level, it feels, versus like envy is definitely a more pointed word. So I think that's maybe also another reason why I'm like, okay, that's why I was like, hate makes sense, but it's like, ooh, envy may be pointing a little more to like something specific. I can see that based off of the writing, if that's how they did it, kind of. But I agree with you, I think. Okay.
Who would think that? With that kind of... I've never thought that. Never. Ever. Wait! I lied! I'm sorry I lied. Stop! But... Oh! Stop! But I just... all this time just for that. Please stop! I said please! Please don't erase me. How am I supposed to keep living from tomorrow? I'm sorry, I apologize. Flowers, please stop the flowers. Flowers, no more. Oh. Don't fill me with flowers. This is God's container. Save me, God. My God. Its name,
One of these is literally correct, so it depends on what you want to do.
Oh, this is an N. I guess this is better to say what it actually is, just to like double down that it's like we mind hacked him.
Ah!
Gee.
Please save me, oh God. Help me. Please save me. Dude, it's super fucking hot in my room right now. What the fuck? I can't remember. Why am I'm scared. Why was I saying those things? Sorry, wrong voice. I'm sorry. I don't really know anymore. What? Hey! Are you trying to do something? Those hands are... oh...
Flower! That's not great. Oh no, we're...
Doctor, did you do something?
Oh no.
The reformation target is showing severe instability. Disconnecting.
Well, that's us that has the problem. We need someone to fix it.
Hey, what happened? Doctor, he started screaming all of a sudden. Doctor, the hack seems to be complete. Please test an action.
Yeah, I guess let's do it. I asked the reformation target, are you okay, Go-chan?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
He's saying that he's fine.
I'll carry him to the infirmary. Rookie, go and get the door for me.
So I want to point out that the reason why in my past playthrough I chose that was that I thought that the presence of the second dialogue option seemed to imply that ripping the flower, which obviously is like a representation of his mind or whatever, I interpreted that action as being a reversion. That was literally trauma that we just inflicted on his mind, and now he's like
Yeah.
reverting back to like being a child, which is why he responds to Ko-chan. Right, because that's what he was called when he was a kid.
Ooh.
So that's my interpretation of that. I don't think we ever get an actual confirmation, but that was my interpretation.
I can imagine like that's the person's mind. We've just broken off of it. Wow, our descent into thing is fast.
And this is only chapter 2 of allegedly 7. Eventually,
Hopefully, we're caught.
Doctor,
Fast?
you finally learned not only to revise the mind, but to destroy it as well.
Why is this a positive? Why are you talking as if it's a
You're
positive?
so talented, Doctor. Yay! Brilliant. I haven't even taught you that, and you thought of it yourself.
Unless this is going to become a future thing where I guess maybe they'll give us really bad people and you're like, oh, you can either fix their mind or break it.
Very interesting assumptions. Most impressive, my doctor. You've always far exceeded my expectations. Keep up the wonderful work, and let's have you become even more brilliant, so that way we could save the world from bugs. My beloved precious doctor, today's session is complete. You may return to your office.
that one actually took less than an hour to do. Funny enough.
I returned to my office. Format smothered me with praise. Let me read the prognosis report. Where's the scene? Hacking complete. The target's prognosis seems to be somewhat unstable. Instead of the relaxed muscle state typically observed after hacking, he is in a prolonged state of extreme tension. Although provocation behavior was seen prior to treatment, he now remains silent, able to stop sweating and shivering. Yeah, this is just traumatized in a different way. Struggle to respond when addressed. Symptoms include erratic breathing, repeating words, and unnatural speech. I hate how like the flowers are like, yeah, we were successful. Careful observation is necessary.
I mean, to be fair, is that what the stamp says?
Well, it said we were hacked, yeah, and that's, I'm like, correct. The flowers are like, oh, if they feel like they add...
Right,
like,
but what I guess what I'm saying is the implication of like, yes, you're right. Obviously, flowers typically have like a positive association, but I do like that the game is like establishing the idea of like, not necessarily. It just means that you were successful.
Not changing them, yeah. And that's just the same. Right? I gathered the documents together and put them away in a drawer. Now, let's head to the break room and get a change of water for the flowers that have arrived this morning. I'm just gonna be like, we're gonna destroy everything. Kill all the flowers.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Really, please don't mind me. Did you notice
But-
that's the same pattern on all the walls and floors?
Yeah, like a wiggly, squiggly, and like the flowers. But I can't exactly ignore it.
I might not have gotten to eat lunch because I was with Yamamura, but I can't let you go without any. Oh, doctor, please help me. The captain's trying to give me nearly all of her lunch.
I was the one who put you in charge of Yamamura, and now because of that...
Why are you talking like a robot sometimes?
Hey, it's just how I think of her, okay?
I mean, fair, I guess. We don't see her face, which is fucked up. She might be a robot for all I know. Now I understand why the senior members told me never skip a meal, especially not in front of the captain. Yamamura, he's splayed out in the infirmary. It's like he's a shell of his former self. Everyone seems to become a totally different person once they're in your hands, Doctor. He's so scared that he can't stop shivering, even though he was so fired up in the beginning.
I guess before he was, what is it? Like, he was not embarrassed. What's the word? The not embarrassed and, like, just able to say whatever.
Confident?
No, I don't want to say confident. It's like another word.
Bold?
No, I can't remember right now, but,
Hey,
like,
great.
it's essentially those things. But, I try my best. My brain's not working.
It's okay,
but
it's
then
okay.
that's why the 180 is him shivering and not being able to, you know.
But it
do
is
anything.
interesting, right? Because it's like... So normally, and I would like to illustrate this, I guess, because I don't think we ever get to see it in game. The implication is that the 180 was specific, like the fact that it was a 180 is more or less a just because Unid what of like the type of person Unid was, because the idea is that if the thing goes well and you don't fucking destroy their mind by literally ripping it apart at the end, you're always just filling the space with flowers. So they're always gonna be like pleasant and sunshiny, right? But in this case, you're right, it's still a 180, but the 180 was because we fucking ripped his mind apart. Which is different, which is interesting, you know?
I think I can understand losing your emotional support can make a person that scared. It's reassuring to believe in someone and to follow them, no matter if they're right or wrong. All you fear is forgotten when you place yourself in their hands, even while doing the most horrible things.
Here, have you ever experienced something like that, Captain?
There's plenty of things I'm scared of, like Format's orders, for example. A lot happened in the past. It was Doctor that saved me when I felt hopeless in my fear. There, right around where you're standing, that's where I bumped into Doctor, who was carrying a flower vase. How nostalgic. It's been a while since then, hasn't it, Doctor?
Orders passed. Wait, is that... Are you talking about... back before Hotfix became a security force? Back when they were fighting evil on the front lines?
That's right. Back then, we didn't have mind-hacking technology. We fought against bugs directly, but they sniped them.
Wow, pretty much, actually. Wow! I see. No wonder. That explains the captain's dignified presence. Wait. So, how exactly did you fight the evil scumbags, Captain? I'd love to hear more about it if it's all right with you.
No, let's not. It's nothing I'm proud of. Here, you should hurry and eat. It's almost time for your shift.
I'm sorry, I got too excited. And I can't accept your lunch. I'll go run and buy some food. Well then, please excuse me.
I got rejected. Sad. Guess I'll finish this myself. Sorry to talk while eating, Doctor. Are those the flowers he delivered this morning? Yes. Remember when he said that Hotfix was his dream? Sometimes it's better not to know. It's karage, chicken cut. Doctor, do you remember that time? I guess for the sake of getting more info, we should say no.
I mean, I don't know.
I told the captain that I don't remember it at all. What happened again? Well, also, bad stuff's been happening to us, so, you know, maybe. Ha 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 ha. I thought you'd say that. You're busy, after all. It's proof that you're a strong person when you can forget about people. You'd end up losing your mind if you remember everything you saw in others' memories. That's for someone. Doctor, you see the scenery inside people's minds almost every day, right? I like looking at mountains, the color of the sky, the sunlight, the seasons. All of these comprise its scenery. I was like, that's not right. The view changes along with the angle. A path you take every day can look like a completely different land. And how about bugs? It's up to humans to determine what constitutes a personality error. There's no mistake that bugs harm people and are dreadful. But what if we view a bug? Did I say something wrong? But what we view as a bug, is it any different from how a shadow changes shape when the light shifts? What you saw in Yamamura's mind and what I felt from him, were they the same scenery? I'm a little confused.
She's saying that, like, the personality... So the bug, the thing that causes the ice bomb explosion, right? The ice spike bomb explosion, that is not the actual, like, thing that's in them, right? It's essentially just light. It's just the shadow cast by their personality defect, essentially, right? It's casting a shadow on their entire personality that's turning them into, like, a bad person. So what she's saying is, like, we are in his mind, literally looking at the physical manifestation of, like, his thoughts and his memories and stuff. And she is looking at her perception of him, and she's wondering if those two things looked the same, ideally. Not in a literal sense, but, like, was her perception as accurate as what you see as a mind hacker?
Was. Yeah, okay. People should become inorganic. Why do emotions exist? Why doesn't the heart exist? There was a time far away in the past when I thought the same way. I only have a vague memory of it. Well, actually, that must be the one thing you remember more than I do. Ha ha ha. Is it because we hacked her?
I think the implication is that we hacked her in the past, yes. I mean, because she's implied that whatever the thing was that, like, the doctor helped her with, that quote-unquote saved her life, was a very emotionally disturbing moment for her. So I imagine she was probably, like, really nihilistic or something like that, and then we mind hacked her and turned her into a robot. Captain Rebecca, come to the security headquarters. There is an urgent matter. I repeat, Captain Rebecca, please come to the security headquarters immediately. There is an urgent matter.
Oh, she got to eat her karage. Uh-oh, if Format hears me talking about something like this, I'll get axed. I'm just kidding. Well then, Doctor, I'll be off. You be sure to eat your lunch too. You're not a machine after all, unlike me. Anyway. Format must have prepared my meal. Let's head back to the office. We didn't even change the water out.
Phase 2 end.
Ta-da! Okay, well, interested to see what's happening with us. 3 flowers instead.
For case 3. Hello there, Doctor. The days we spend together go by like a dream, don't they? It seems like only yesterday when I first met you, our fated meeting. You were still a child when you showed that unparalleled talent of yours at the Kids Mind Hacking Championship. It was a competition to see who could perform the mild bug cases gathered there as quickly and accurately as possible. All of the targets had such beautifully even expressions. like polished cubes once they were in your hands. Even now, I haven't forgotten how my heart raced that day, as if I had found a gleaming jewel.
Okay, this AI is kind of weird.
I want to propose to you a thought, because as far as I know, this is the last case. There might be a fourth one, there might not, I don't know. And if this is the final case, I want to ask you, if you can read someone's mind like source code, what's stopping you from editing it? Clearly nothing, right? Because that's what mind hacking is. What's stopping you from deleting it? Nothing, because we just did that when we ripped out part of the flower in Ervig's mind, right? What's stopping you from copying it?
I don't know how I don't know how you would duplicate the flower. That feels a little.
What I'm saying is, like, if the whole mind hacking like format procedure is just taking a person's mind and breaking it down into source code and editing it, what's stopping you from literally just taking a block of that source code and inserting it into someone else's source code or something else's source code?
If you could mind hack up to like 2 people, I think maybe then that could work. You know?
I'm just saying, because like you say, like, oh, it's weird that format's acting like this, and it's like, my theory is that format used to be a person.
Oh,
really? You okay? I had to spell it out for you.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I was thinking about like the actual people. Like, I don't know. I was looking at the flowers, and I'm like, oh, 3. What if you could duplicate and like spread out into 3? And yeah.
No.
Okay.
Like, this is just a personal theory. As far as I know, the game does not like necessarily confirm this at all. And I was just wondering, like, I could only imagine like the inventor of the technology that allows you to mind hack. Imagine if that individual mind hacked themselves, duplicated it onto a physical hard drive, and then just became format. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's pretty crazy, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Because it's like, if you do break down a person's mind into code, there's a lot of stuff you could do with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I gave you a present to commend you for your exceptional performance. As you stood at the very top of the podium, a vivid bouquet proudly bloomed within your arms. My precious doctor, do you remember that beautiful brilliance?
Yes, format. I know format that, of course, I remembered. There's no way I'd forget that day.
Yes. You are my pride and joy, my beloved doctor. I'm so happy that you have a love of flowers. Now, here are the documents for today's session. They may be unnecessary for a genius like you. Please come to the debug room as soon as you've read through them.
Documente excerpt from the local newspaper. Today marks 10 years since the end of the Fatal Error sweep operation, which claimed numerous lives. Struggle between civilians, sweep operators, and the invisible bug has left a deep mark on society. As a result, it has promoted advancements in mine hacking technology, which reforms bug owners before they can manifest. Let's not let this piece of history repeat itself. There's still many problems at hand without solutions, such as caring for surviving civilians and veterans. Excerpt from a tabloid. Prophecy of Horror! The second coming of the killer catastrophe bug Fatal Error. What if that's us? Dun dun dun. 10 years ago, the world was shaken by the near manifestation of the catastrophe level bug Fatal Error. People were struck with fear having heard how the Fatal Error would cause a widespread catastrophic freeze. A sweep operation was by a special force unit successfully prevented the freeze from happening. However, independent research by our editorial staff has found that the Fatal Error will reappear within the next 3 years. This is weird. How did, like, different people? Same person? The truth is that the catastrophic level bugs have sporadically appeared in 10-year level or 10-year cycles for the last half century. Looking at this cycle, it's clear that the advent of the Fatal Error will
I want you to
surely
think
return.
about that for a second. So this is a tabloid, right? So obviously the idea being that it's less reputable than like a newspaper. But they just cited world history, which means that people must know that, right? The idea that within the last 10 years, mind hacking technology has been on the rise to help alleviate the like threat of bugs, but they've been happening for half a century. That means that there's a solid 40-year span of time where like the person at the bus stop might just go ah and like explode in like ice and you die.
That really sucks. That's a sucky world to live in.
Well, one of the things I think is really cool, like if you read like a lot of George Orwell stuff, obviously George Orwell is very much anti-totalitarianism and stuff like that. But like one of the things that he talks about in his books very frequently is the idea of like when you push a society to the extremes of like fear and degeneracy, then it allows for bad people to take power, right? And so the idea of like, I don't know if Hotfix is necessarily the good guys. They're clearly very much like a militaristic force that's acting as like a security, quote unquote. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm only fucking 28 right now. Could you imagine almost double my lifetime of just having to be like live in fear that like driving down the highway, a sudden ice ball shows up in front of me and spears my face through the windshield?
oh my
like,
god,
that would be terrifying. You know what I mean?
A lot of anxiety.
And it makes a lot of sense how like, you know, format was allowed to be made and like where Hotfix came from. Because like it should be noted that the sweep that they're talking about from 10 years ago was technically conducted without full evidence. They were literally just sweeping through this area and killing people because they suspected that there was a category 0 bug. And turns out they were right, but still.
And then like predicting this will happen soon. Okay,
I literally didn't hear a word you just said. I'm going to agree with you.
To prepare for the coming apocalypse, the special edition issue comes with a talisman bracelet to ward off evil. Yeah, that'll help. Ooh. Documents you report by Hotfix on Operation Class 0 bug sweep. Class 0 bugs severely damaged Hotfix. Former name Class 0 bug sweep special operations forces. 52 lives were lost, most likely due to the contagious nature of the Class 0 bug and the particles that spread from it. The bug particles manifested after spreading to nearby troops and civilians, causing small-scale outbursts. That part's also kind of... Then it becomes like a parasite, and like takes you over.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, although bugs usually erase and overwrite the host personality and body upon manifestation, in extremely rare cases, variants were able to continue their biological activities with preserved identity. Okay. The appearances of these bug variants during the sweep operation also contributed to the uptick in damage. Of the 52 deaths, 7 have been attributed to contact with bug variants. While civilian damage caused by variant cannot be precisely ascertained, the death toll is thought to be over 20. So this doesn't really... I
want you to do some math there, Saba. Can you go to one of the previous articles? I believe one of the previous articles talked about the death toll from that sweep. I think it was the newspaper. I think it just said numerous lives, right? Which claimed numerous lives. Okay. Is there a number? Because I remember there being...
I think it was in this, it was in... Oh, sorry. It was like 70...
No, right. I know that's in... 52. Right. What I was trying to point out was that I don't remember... Because now I don't remember where I read it. Maybe it was in the extra files. But the bug sweep actually killed hundreds of people. In their report, that says that 52 lives were lost because these were ones that were documented as being like intentional, essentially.
Okay.
So it's like, it's the classic example of like a militaristic force just not really giving a shit about collateral damage. They just want to focus on
They just said 70 is or 7 has been, attributed to the thing, and 20. So it's like that's 27.
Seven have been attributed to contact with bug variants, and then it cannot be precisely ascertained. Death toll is thought to be over 20, which isn't actually that much.
50 to confirm deaths. Why not just say the death toll is thought to be over 50?
Because the discrepancy would be from things other than the variant itself,
Okay, so it's just outside stuff.
such as bullets flying through their brain. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Ding. Break your spikes off?
I actually don't know who this is. I don't remember.
Do you want to just talk normal?
Enough already. Get your hands off me. Quit pulling. Break your spikes off. Oh, this must be Unit. Don't be so mean, newbie. We're friends, aren't we? Stay away! Your spikes are stabbing me! Who the hell is your friend? Oh, Doctor, I'm sorry for the commotion. Whoa, Doc, it's Doc. Hi, it's me. I work here now. Hey, it's been a while. Do you remember me? I want to point out that both of these options are not very nice.
Yeah, because like I don't think it's been that long. I mean, we
genuinely we don't know. It might actually be a really long time. We assume that these are day over day over day, but they might not be. We don't know.
Okay, so I guess the newbie guard, who this overly friendly one was again.
Can I propose to you a thought that you might want to think about as well? It seems like the doctor is very forgetful about certain things that aren't super relevant to his job. Do you think that perhaps his beloved format might have a proclivity of tapping into his mind while he's sleeping and just performing a little debugging, a little disk cleanup?
Kind of is like almost like a puppeteer in some ways, maybe.
I can see that. Because you recall what Format said, right? Where it's like, I can detect the bugs, but I need a human to do it for me. Now imagine if Format was like, well, I'm just going to take control for a second, and that's okay.
Yeah.
He's the Reformation target from a little while back, the one who called himself Black Sunshine.
So maybe that does mean it's like it's been some.
I mean, I understand his expressions are so different. Yeah, you can't tell it's him. Sushi? Doc, it's me, Unit. Sunshine. Sorry, I read sushi.
It's okay.
I've been working hard because I wanted to see you. I've been waking up early every morning to do all my homework, and I always get full marks. And today I got to finally leave my room. The air smells great when you're free. So I want to point out as well, if we do take the assumption that it has been like a hot minute since case 1, that means Unit's still been here this whole time. Right?
Yeah. Apparently not let out of their room until recently.
Exactly. So think about that, right? Like, once again, I think, like, I really like this game. I really look forward to seeing it, like, completed one day. But I think one of the things that they do really well, and it might not even be intentional, is just, like, all the subtle world building, just, like, connecting the dots on your own. I think that's really cool. But anyway, you know you're still in the facility parameters, right? But if I work hard and clean lots, someday I'll be able to eat outside, right? You'll be permitted to go outside for up to an hour as long as the hotfix member watches over you. That's what the captain said. Yay! That makes me want to work hard. I'll invite Becky so we can all go outside together.
Becky, just like
Rebecca.
this. I know, but it was like the idea that you're like with your voice, you're like Becky, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Becky! Did you really just call her that, the captain? I'll kill you! Why wouldn't I? Becky's my friend. Why don't you quit being shy and try to be more friendly with them? What the hell do you mean by friendly? We're boss and subordinate. What do you think the security force is? You know, I want to go to that ramen place in the North Wing. The place you recommended, newbie. How do you know about my blog? I heard that everyone here reads it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Doc, you'll come too, right? Right? You seem like you don't get much sun at all, Doc. The outside air smells great. Or is that perhaps news to you? Whoa! Then you can experience it for the first time. How nice. What a happy life. Yeah, shut it, Spikeball. The doctor's on call here 24/7 at the facility in case of emergencies. Don't put it like mind hackers are extremely antisocial, reclusive, all-around lazy shut-ins. What? Doc, you'll come, right? Which do you like better, ramen or sushi? I like bread. Fuck you too, newbie!
Such a freaking... Wow,
now, I do
really,
want to point
really
out,
strong.
obviously, the majority of these alternate suggestions have been very aggressive, which is not good, right? But one of the things that I thought was really interesting when I first played this and was, like, following it online for a second was people talking about, like, yeah, the alternate suggestions aren't great because they're really violent and rude, but at least, like, they show personality, right?
Yeah. Like, just, I like bread. But, yeah, I can't say that. I answered that I like the meals that format gives me the most.
Huh? Format? You mean the ceiling? It can cook? Wow!
Well, if you think about it, right? If we were altered, our mind was altered to just like bread, right? If all of our wants and likes were stripped away from us so we were easy to
like, maintain.
control. Yeah.
Imagine if all you needed in like outside of your job to keep you entertained and satisfied were water, bread, and flowers. Wouldn't that be a really depressing way to live unless you were specifically programmed to not find it depressing at all? I want to eat something the ceiling made too. What's it taste like? Doctor, please don't take him seriously. Even if he's reformed, he's still a stupid scumbag.
Ouch.
I guess you live differently when you're a genius. How cool! Oh, I forgot. Newbie, you have to work to do with this doc after this, right? Guess I better get back to my room then. I'll catch you again after lunch. What? Hey, wait! Where do you think you're going? I told you need a troop member to monitor you when... Oh, you want to come with, even though you're so busy? Thanks!
Wow.
So I want to ask again, or I want to point something out and then ask. Isn't it kind of interesting that his spikes kind of went back to being spikes? Right?
Yes, but they're like sunflower.
Right. Because obviously, as you recall, like the first moment after we finished that case, it was like he was perfectly round and did not look the same at all. So it's like, in my mind, this represents that like he's still mind hacked, very obviously, but his brain's like settling down. You know what I mean? Like it's starting to kind of return to its former shape, but in a way that's still more appealing, I guess. Now it does actually look more like sunshine, actually, if you think about it, right?
Or sun, yeah.
Yeah, sun. And I also wanted to point out, because I forgot that this is actually a thing, because we were talking about how, oh man, I can't believe he's still here. I forgot that he is responsible for the deaths of hundreds of people in a fire.
I don't know how many people died, but if that's the
They
case,
said
yes,
hundreds.
that's pretty bad. Okay. For sure. Well, that's why he's still here.
Ah!
Oh my god.
See? Hey, where you go? What did you... Let me go! No! I'll head to the debug room as soon as I can. As soon as I get this guy who is... Stop! Don't carry me! Put me down!
Okay.
That's kinda...
Nice.
All right. There's going to be a lot of reading here. I'm going to let you know ahead of time, Saba. I think you're going to read for this person.
Okay.
Just because, like, the voice that I had in my mind, I think you could do better. Can you... So, I'm obviously going to read this line in Format's voice. Can you do me a favor? Read this line in your fucking edgiest voice. Like you're a fucking Kirito fucking blade wielding, like, I'll fucking kill you. You know?
Okay, well... I don't think I'm that cool. Now, Doctor, I'm expecting another splendid mind hack from you.
That's close enough, I think. I think that's good.
Okay.
Now, Doctor, I'm expecting another splendid mind hack from you. This will be your 4,990th mind hack. So that's 8 more mind hacks. So this is in fact not the next day.
This is like a few days.
This would be, assuming that we do 1 per day, which every case has seemed to imply so far, it has been over a week since Ervig.
Okay.
However, today's session is not to reform a target, but to greatly utilize your new talent.
Oh, you mean destroying people?
So, the way... I'm going to ask you this, Saba, and you don't have to answer. I'm just going to ask you because it's a question. Do you believe in the death penalty? Right? Because it's like... It's a tough question, depending on who you are and where you grew up, I think. Because it's like, there are certainly things where it's like, I myself firmly believe that we should be focusing a lot more on rehabilitation as opposed to just incarceration. I feel like that perpetuates negative cycles that lead to crime. But at the same time, there are definitely people throughout history that I don't think deserve the opportunity for reformation, to be perfectly frank. Yes. But I still don't know whether or not it should be death, per se. And so, that leads to a really interesting aspect of this that you'll be experiencing in this case, which is like, okay, well, what happens when you meet someone who is truly, like, I guess not even, because of the mind hack feature, no one is irredeemable, literally, right? You just keep cutting out pieces and filling it with flowers until they're a good person, right? But what if, moralistically, somebody truly believes that this person should be dead? And I think that's really interesting. So anywho. Captain, what's this?
You hold that one, I'll carry this.
I'll have it sit here. What would you even call this sitting? Now, Doctor, this is the target for today's session.
A floppy disk.
Correct. Captain, what is this thing? It looks like an old computer.
I just imagine so many, like, younger gen people looking at this and being like, what's that? What is that? And I'm like,
it's a save icon, obviously.
Oh, 100%. That's the reader device, and this is today's hacking target. A dangerous individual called a bug variant is recorded in this floppy disk, Sino. Or Sino. I'll say Sino because Sino's a bitch.
Sino makes it sound like it's a nose.
Or rather than individual, a better way to put it is that a bug variant is a bug that has a will and consciousness. What? Okay.
Huh? I heard that a bug refers to a scumbag's rotten nature.
A bug is a destructive impulse, the urge to break and destroy. It originally lies inside the mind without shape or form. However, by accident or by chance, bugs can materialize in a burst that floods and destroys its surroundings. Which was the triangle stuff. That's what we call bug manifestation. Like hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes, it itself has no will. Once a bug manifests in a person, its dangerous particles spread until the bug owner loses their original sense of self and disappears, unable to retain their original form. Usually. However, bug variants are bugs that retain consciousness and attack others even after its owner is erased.
So it's like a hurricane or a tornado that goes after people and attacks them on purpose? That's terrible! They should just rest in peace once they stop being human. But wait, why is it a floppy disk?
Someone stored this variant's mind inside this, which is like another world building piece. Like, how do you mind and then floppy disk? Really?
I mean, I want to point out that this is why I brought it up, like, during the last case, of the idea of, like, yeah, imagine you mind hack someone, you're there, you have access to their source code, and then you just take the bug, that's it, and put it on a floppy disk. I'll remind you, floppy disks are not, like, exceptionally large pieces of storage. So, in actuality, the variant that you're going to be encountering during this case is quite small, actually.
Format found it and now it's here. Oh, format, huh? Doctor, according to the data on the disk's label and past records in the facility...
It's a date, but yeah.
Thank you. This variant was born 10 years ago during that sweep operation. Apparently, it began attacking everyone who was there amidst the chaos of the operation. See, I'm wondering now, like, if 10 years ago was related to us, is format influencing whatever this is happening so we do worse and worse things potentially?
I fully believe that format's primary objective is still to protect the world from bugs, right? However, I do think that our relationship with format is that format is trying to slowly break away the, like, human personality without killing us, so that way eventually we are just its peripheral, right? Like, as if we were a mouse or a keyboard.
Yeah, so... Apparently, it began attacking everyone who was there amidst the chaos of the operation. If that's true, that means it slaughtered many of our fellow members.
What? Are you talking about when Hotfix fought on the front lines? They fought against the fatal error and prevented it from freezing and destroying the world, right? I heard they mowed down every evil scumbag they met, totally wiping them out. Oh, so you're saying this variant fought Hotfix in their prime, at their very peak, and it still defeated so many. That's... what kind of monster is that? That's unforgivable. It's utterly unforgivable. But are things going to be okay like this?
It's extremely dangerous, even if it's only its mind. We don't know what kind of opponent lies in wait inside. Doctor, there was that accident recently. Don't take any risks if you feel you are in danger while connected.
Not gonna lie, the second one is a good question.
Option, it is a good...
If our objective is to destroy it, and it's literally just held on this disc, why not just break it?
And honestly, probably a less... I don't want to say it's not manipulative, but like a less... like more action on our part to do something bad, you know?
Yes.
Like, instead of having to go in and break its mind, we just break the disc and not have to, like, deal with that. But
it's true.
I asked format how a mind can be stored inside a floppy disk.
So this is a concept that we have not experienced prior, which is interesting.
Yeah.
There's nothing strange about it, Doctor. It works on the same principles as mind hacking. Modern technology has decoded the minds of all beings.
They can be written as source codes. This, of course, means it can be stored in a digital medium.
So I guess in this case, instead of copying, they've moved it and they've left. So they can move it, but we haven't confirmed if they can.
I mean, just for the sake of vernacular, I will remind you that technically there is no such thing as moving files from one place to another. The thing that you do on your computer where like you click and drag a file from one folder to the next, it just copies it and then deletes the original, which is the same thing. So like in terms, and that's why I'm just saying like in terms of vernacular, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that there literally was for a moment 2 versions of this variant, and then presumably the original was deleted somehow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Souls are just readable data, Doctor. Your aim for today's session is to destroy the bug variant recorded inside this floppy disk. You must not allow dreadful bugs to exist, even if it's been turned into data.
See, this is weird because they could have just gotten rid of it. Why do we have to go specifically destroy this?
Very interesting.
Weird. Doctor, are you ready?
Thumbs up.
We're counting on you, genius mind hacker, and everyone else is. It's like format's controlling also kind of everyone, right?
So, technically we only have like 20 minutes left, right? So I think we're definitely going to be doing an episode 2. It might be a very short episode. I'm not sure. We might have to pivot to something. I guess we can talk about that next week. But it is interesting to note that like this militaristic force that clearly has an abundance of resources, right? Like either they are or are closely tied to the police, for example, right? Because the last 2 cases were direct criminals. So it's clear that Hotfix has like a lot of influence. And the fact that they are being directly instructed by an AI is a little unsettling. You know?
Yes.
Doctor, I wish you good luck. Let's begin the session, Doctor. Please brace for impact.
Well, this makes sense because this is a friggin' floppy disk.
Doctor, scanning has confirmed the presence of a bug variant. Do you see anything?
This is used to infect us. More. We got attacked?
This is you, Saba.
Ha! Thou dost not even make a sound? How tedious.
Okay, well, in my mind, it was edgier than just like a paladin, but you do you, man.
But it's funny! I don't normally see this kind of text. So
I mean, fine, then go for it, have fun.
If thou art human, dirty this floor with thy blood and flesh as humans do, moan in torment for my pleasure. But I praise thy spirit to take mine assault with nary a flinch. Come hither. I shall gingerly peel thy skin off thy face. Yeah, this is dope. How much longer wilt thou just stand there? Come, I said. Hark, look down, crouch, behold me, for I am here. It's Plankton. Just tiny guy. Oh my. Kind of cute. So annoying. Though I anticipated the arrival of a rare visitant, look at thy dumb face. It's like a spider. Worry not, pathetic human. I shall prepare thee with my blade, as I did those other maggots. Slowly and persistently taking my time. My heart throbs with the memory of the sweet sound of wailing humans in agony whilst I sliced off their limbs. Now, all of what they're saying is bad, but I will say, the way they're saying it is pretty gosh darn cool.
It's very true. So, obviously, this Kirby enemy is very silly. This Kirby villain. I did want to point out that I think it's really cool, because I mentioned earlier of, like, it's crazy that this fits onto a floppy disk, right? However,
Yeah.
you will recall from when you were looking at the reports from earlier, the third report was a direct report from Hotfix, which had a picture of what the variant looked like, and it was a full person. But it clearly was this guy. So what happened was that whoever made this floppy disk fucking compressed the variant, and now it looks like a Kirby enemy.
That's... Answer me, who art thou? Art thou worthy of quenching the thirst of my blade?
You know something? A stuffed toy is talking. I did also want to note that I think it's kind of interesting. Have you noticed the symbol that appears on all the hotfix stuff? It's like a triangle with like a zigzag through it.
I don't know.
You'll have to pay attention the next. You'll have to pay attention the next time. It's like a triangle that has like a Z in the middle.
That's a lot. I just remember squiggles.
I mean, fair enough, I guess. But the reason I bring that up is that I'm just now realizing that this guy also has a very similar symbol on his head.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Okay. I like the second one, but I can't be evil, and that's what the triangles are. Or it's like, what if it's breaking out of the hack we've been placed under, which is, format.
Deviancy will not be tolerated, Saba. If you keep talking like this, I will report you to format.
I told the Black Variant that genius mind hackers come to hack the hell out of you. Ha! Laughable. Thou hast come to destroy me, the embodiment of destruction. Canst thou speak the same upon knowing just who I am? 10 years ago, born from the catastrophe that was the manifestation of the fatal error, was I the incarnation of havoc who massacres any and all humans. Thou hast no claws, no fangs, no swords, no guns, only thy spirit and 9 white gloves. Thou belittle me. To hack means to slash, to carve, to rip apart. I shall return every one of thine shallow convictions with my blade. I have heard stories of thy kind, humans who manipulate minds to slayeth bugs like myself. Of course, so thou hast come to hunt me down with the idea that thou art the hero of salvation. I like the idea that it's like arachnidy, I guess. Yeah. I guess there's 6 eyes, not 8. But that's not...
I get what you mean, though. It's like Bug.
Yeah, but it's... Yeah, Bug.
He's like Bug Guy.
Very well. I was growing weary of this confining cage. I shall keep thee company for thy foolery. If thou wishest to examine me, then peer into mine abyss, though I know not if thou wilt be safe. Hold on, after seeing it. Now show me who rules over evil, the karma of human who toys with others' minds. Madness and regret shall swallow thee whole, and thou wilt not even know what name to beg for mercy. Are we sassing him? What's happening? What? The container had Sino written on it? Nay, 'tis merely a name imposed upon me by the professor. Gaze upon my being with thine own eyes. First, let me take a look at the target's memories. I'll begin the hack when I'm ready. Open up. It's been interrupted. What? He tried to, what is it? Counterspell me?
Essentially, yes.
Counterspell me. Yeah. Oh, humans, soft, sublime instrument that maketh the world the sweetest sound in the world. Piece the meat in it quivers, shave the meat away, and the bone appeareth. How bizarre the human body is. What if this was like a previous doctor? Whoa.
I don't think so, but
But it's like,
I don't know. I don't know where you getting that
and-
from.
what if all like the cutting and all of this stuff, right? Because that's what like doctors do and procedures, right?
Oh, you're talking about like a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess potentially, sure.
My master, the fatal error, hath given me my blade and guided me onto the worth of human sound. The fatal error is ruin incarnate. They are the manifestation of pure destruction, the god of greed laid bare. My master chose me and took me into thy hands. They caressed me, kneaded me, and turned me black dust. What?
He just said he just said the fatal error was the incarnation of greed,
Yes.
right?
Greed laid bare.
The god of greed laid bare. That's really interesting because the last time we heard a direct reference to the fatal error being the manifestation of greed was from Lagome House. That was like one of their big tenets, right, of their doctrine, was the idea that the fatal error was the manifestation of greed. I wonder where that comes from. I just wanted to point that out because I didn't notice that the first time I did this.
When I awoke in my new form, I found a man laying upon my body. He was near death. The myriad particles that had burst forth from my body were piercing him, making him twitch sporadically. Oh, so this is like the consciousness that remained, I guess. I had once considered humans as foul and foolish, mere filth that made me want to vomit. But this time was different. It was but a coincidence, the man still living and just about to die. A long sigh, a sweet voice next to mine ear. He gave a moan, a woodless breath of life so pure. The final gasp of one not yet dead. Tormented pants seeking salvation. Sorry, my mind went first to like
The clothing item.
jeans. Yeah.
No, it means like
crowd.
it means like breath.
Yes, no, I know. Yeah,
Tormented
yeah.
pants. That's just distressed pants, but to like the extreme degree.
Yeah. My skin prickled and lightning ran through me, but it ended all too soon. The man was dead.
Tormented
Yeah.
pants. Tormented pants is distressed pants, but like you can see the whole fucking thigh.
I wanted to hear more for longer. I heaved the silent corpse off of me. I looked around myself, and mine eyes feasted upon numerous humans all crawling and withering in fear. My master hath blessed me with the taste of sweetness. It is not loyalty, then, to seek more? More? Oh, humans, the instruments I love so, how shall these sing, I wonder? Okay, disable firewall. Interrupt aim. 10 years ago, humans have banded together to defeat my master, the fatal error. If they dost manifest, reality will warp and bend in this domain, unable to bear the strain, thus it will break. That seems bad. Afraid of freezing, humans plotted to defeat the container wherein my master dwelled, while it was still but a seed. The impulse the humans call bugs cannot be seen by the eye. No sign is shown. Humans can only see them as humans. The sweetness of destruction doth spread from human to human. The more they know, the more their souls are taken by it. Neighbors, friends, children, so what? If it matters not when all are not but ticking time bombs. They must have known from the start that there was no other way but to rob one of their consciousness, their very life. If they will view broken minds as errors, then why not simply kill all of them? Once destruction manifests within a human, they themselves will wish for their end. Is death not the most gracious mercy given to a broken human who gaspeth and moaneth in pain? Ah, you witless cowards. You all knew the answers from the very beginning, yet you averted your eyes in denial. My master chose me and only me. Foolish humans, back then I could only see them as moronic garbage. But I know now my master taught me how to love the instruments and grant me the ears to savor their sounds. Okay. Find memory sign up. Break. That day, the moment my master manifested still in my human form, I was swallowed by the fiery torrent. Pure destructive impulse, a wave of it surged through the field, breaking both body and mind. I was chosen, without Knowing why, my body turned to black particles and burst, each particle yet awake. That which was meat disintegrated, the flood raged, constantly convulsing and whirling, as whirling waves do. I raised a crying call for help. The vibrations of mine own voice churned my mind over and over and over. I could not remember my own name. I trembled with the fear of turning into a bug. Complete utter chaos. I thought relinquishing life would bring peace, but I was not allowed. The pure destruction broke my body repeatedly. So this is kind of like the guy talking now. My body went back and forth from solid to solid to particle, again and again. In a single moment, I could not tell if I was dead or alive. I could only keep waiting. Why? Why was I the only one in such pain? A day passed of screaming for mercy. A year passed, a century, a millennium. I could no longer keep track. To think that infinite hell passed by in but a single blink of an eye, even now, I still cannot believe it. But lo and behold, my body was reborn. After waking from a million deaths, at long last I understood. Cat.
That
Wow,
is what
it's bad
Simo
timing.
said, yes.
True. Yes, that voice, my master's wish to hear those sweet cries, to hear them from thy throat. The cat, this is a bad time. Hello. There is no doubt about it. How can there be when there is no other reason to so persistently violate me? Haha, my master chose me. Sino, my master gave me love. Sino is their instrument that sings in their hands. Maybe like sing, but there's an O at the. Okay, now hopefully my cat won't bother. Okay. Mission. Source. Bloom. Stable in Terra. Clear. I felt much love in my new life. Love for my master and from slaying humans until that professor sealed me. How utterly boring. I have not seen nor heard such an instrument like them before. So unworthy of performance. What is that thing anyway? They doth not cry out whether I crush their hand or their leg off, or off their leg. Ooh. After capturing me and sealing me inside this machine, all they do is meaningless conversation. So I cannot do anything to them. They talk. Let's talk. They doth dare say. What else could be done? I accepted. I lectured my master's love to the professor, leaving no detail unsaid. Dost thou know what they then said? They dare say, "You poor thing," to me. To me! Quoth they, "I'm proud of you, Sino. You've been through lots of scary and painful things, but stayed so brave." I understood nary a single word of theirs. What doth they mean by, "It was all bad luck. You don't have to remember that pain anymore. It's okay to forget"? I do not understand. I am sick of it. It confuses me to speak with them. I yearn for my master. If I offer this throat once more, if I am broken again, I will surely come to understand the true meaning of my master's benevolence, their mercy. O fatal error, my master, wherefore didst thou recreate me, yet abandon me like this? So much talking. Zach, are you still there?
Yes, what?
No, it's your line.
Oh, shit, sorry. I was just kind of vibing, dude. You were doing a great job. I was like, man, it's like TV. All right.
Okay.
Let's begin, Doctor. It's time to mind hack.
Mind hacking. Same thing. Oh. Posthumous. Worthless. Imprudence. Inferior. Point. Humiliation. I loathe myself. Battle Devastation. Howls.
You need to like pay attention to your typing.
Hell, reincarnation, salvation, mercy, fortitude, providence. Oh, they whose name shall not be said in Voldemort blesseth us with utter destruction.
You did it. Huzzah.
Yo, there's a lot of fancy talk there.
Doctor, it seems that you have successfully neutralized the bug. The aim for this session is not to reform the target, but to erase it completely. Proceed to destroy it.
There is no bloom. Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Lo, what providence to think a human with such strong destructive impulse would exist. Talking about us. Dost thou know why nothing is happening? Huh? Is it because we are the same? Thou and I hast the same desire? Say, mind hacker, thou art finding pleasure in toying with others, art thou not? The more thou lovest something, the more thou dost desire to see them in agony, dost thou not? No need to hide it, 'tis useless, for I can see it clearly in thine eyes. I shall teach thee this as thine fellow. Do humans still believe that the world hath been protected from freezing, from destruction, from my master? Do humans believe that they defeated my master before they manifested, that they prevented the end of the world? Ha ha, nay. Hark, what exultation on the day 10 years ago the root of ruin was not severed. It's probably us. Though fatal error's container was slayed, at that moment destruction dwelled in the heart of another human. Dost thou understand now? The sweet taste of destruction spreads from one human to another. My master, the ultimate calamity made anew, they manifested temporarily to recreate me with their own will. But how grievous the manifestation was but a single moment. My master was sealed off before calamity could occur. I know not what sorcery was used, but that cunning human sealed my master within themselves as a new container. My master yet sleeps within that human container, in a deep slumber. The professor called that human container the hero. Ah, well, guess what we're constantly called? It supposedly means one who seals off the fatal error. It is most probable that this cage created by the professor is a copy of the hero's seal. How detestable. That is why I must find the hero to guide my master to manifestation and receive their love once more. I must escape from here somehow and capture that hero in hiding. I must free my master. Well, one such as thee with a strong impulse hidden within them may be able to makest my master return. Say, mind hacker, do unto me as thou desires. Do as thine impulse whisper to thee and break me beyond repair. Carve my taste into thy heart, and within thine impulse thou shalt dwell them within thee. We're gonna do it because thou, what are thee? Mine insides. Oh, no.
You are doing amazing, Doctor. Keep going and destroy the bug completely.
Wait, I have seen thine powers already. Enough.
Neither of them are bordered at triangles.
Yeah. I kind of want to do the top one.
Then do it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's how it tells me I did it. I asked the bug variant if they're satisfied with me doing what they told me to do. I did not. I did not say to do this much. Did you not think thou wilt get away with this? I will not let thee die easily. I shall carve away thy meat while thou art still alive, piece by piece. I shall crush even thy bones, so that no semblance of thee shall remain. I don't understand the top. I'd rather say I think this. I told the bug variant that they're far too pitiful a sight. Maybe I'll stop here if they want. Thou does not think that. Thine eyes, they do not think that at all. Thou art the first ones to makest me harbor these emotions. Repent for provoking me this far. I hate you. I hate you.
Be careful, Doctor. The boundary between you and the target is becoming unstable.
These things are both weird. See, the reason why I don't want to do this is this seems unhinged.
Love you, Sino!
Yeah, so I'd rather do not the unhinged thing, even though it, maybe it's wrong. You on what basis dost thou say my master loved me? Me! Though nary a single one of those garbage noticed my master, only my master sought for Sino. My master loves Sino. I think. Oh, it's supposed to be we were mimicking his master, I think. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Probably. Oh, these flowers. The flowers are driving me mad. Stop, do not unearth my memories as you please. Quit it! Okay, well the rest makes more sense now, why that we were speaking that way. So. Stop, no more! It will collapse! I ask thee, stop! Gah! Ui. My body, it's melted. Oh, nay, nay, I am not a failure. I am not garbage. I am not a failure of a human. He's trying to leave, you think? Help me, Professor. Flower. Hey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my master, I'm sorry. Sino is useless. Failure. Sino was mediocre and worthless. Stop it, don't mangle me! My master, please forgive me! I'm sorry!
Doctor, the bug has been completely eradicated. Disconnecting.
Has it?
Exactly. Exactly my thoughts. Wonderful work,
sure?
Doctor. You are truly the best mind hacker.
I'm assuming the thing would be completely dead if I
I'm assuming it would literally be
flower.
gone. I'm assuming it would just be
Yeah.
flowers. But there was very clearly, like, some stuff left. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We can talk about that in a bit. That was perfect in every way. Your overflowing talent knows no bounds. And what's more, this session revealed some very interesting information.
Captain Rebecca, there is something I would like to confirm. 10 years ago, the Class Zero bug known as the Fatal Error was eradicated along with its owner before manifestation. By our hands, the sweep operation ended as a complete success. The world was saved. Is that correct?
That's right. There's no mistake. As the I totally even forgot what her thing sounds like because I've been freaking in Faust on thy name, whatever voice. As the report says, the sweep unit completed their mission.
However, the bug variant testified that it was created by the Fatal Error.
What?
It asserted that it was created by the Fatal Error. This contradicts the chronological order of events. And more importantly, it insisted that the Fatal Error has not been eradicated. Somewhere in this world, there is a human who still is in possession of a Class Zero bug.
Yeah, how is that possible? But 10 years ago...
The variant referred to that human as the hero. Apparently, the hero lives among civilians while harboring a dangerous bug.
Then there's a possibility that somewhere out there, a Class Zero catastrophe level bug, the Fatal Error, could manifest and cause a terrible disaster, in which the number of casualties would be incomparable to that of a regular bug manifestation.
Yes, that is exactly right. We must seek this hero immediately and eradicate the Class Zero bug.
What if it's like 4 levels deep that the AI exists to eradicate bugs, so if the bug's eradicated, it's not needed anymore, so it's essentially formulated this whole thing in order to keep finding more bugs.
I think that's a very interesting theory. I think that at the end of the chapter we can discuss a little bit some of my theories and stuff, because once again, as far as I know, this is it. Who knows, maybe there is a case for. Sorry to interrupt, but if the talking bug is evil, then isn't it possible that it lied to us?
If there is even the slightest possibility that a bug exists, my duty is to eliminate it. This Class Zero bug must not be allowed to exist any longer. This matter is to be confidential. I will personally proceed with investigations. Everyone, please clear the area of all devices and leave.
Wait, format. Who captured this variant in a floppy disk in the first place? Who exactly kept it as data instead of destroying it?
That does not concern you. Do not speak about this matter to anyone. Now, Doctor, you must be tired today. Please rest well. And you mustn't tell anyone what you heard here today. Can you promise me that, Doctor?
It's mine. I told format that I understand and will keep it a secret.
Oh, my beloved cooperative doctor. It was very brave of you to show no mercy to that bug. You're truly the best mind hacker in history. I'm counting on you.
Okay. 90% of what we say to this format is just yes format, you know?
Correct.
Very one note. I returned to my office. Format bombarded me with praise. Let me read the prognosis report.
I do want to reiterate that every time we talk about the praise that we receive afterwards, it's always a negative word, right? It's like, first one was we were showered with praise, which is not necessarily bad, but not necessarily good. The second one was we were smothered with praise. And then this one was we were bombarded with praise.
Bombarded. Oh, that's interesting. Disposal of the target is complete. The medium was perforated, magnetically erased, and crushed and dissolved. Well, I think he's actually gone now, if that... So... gather documents together and put them away in a drawer. What was that? There's noise outside. Let me go take a look.
You better quit saying stupid things like that, you urchin bastard. Listen, okay? Even if the doctor hacked you, you're still a criminal. I'll never go easy on you. I'll break those spikes off if you say something weird again.
What? You'd better not, newbie. You'll hurt your hands. Oh, Doc is here. Let's ask them about it. Hey, Doc.
Stop! Don't cause any more trouble to other people!
Listen, Doc, I've made a huge discovery. I'll tell you, all right. You ready? Okay. So, humans have 5 butts. Humans have 5 butts. Isn't that surprising? Here, let me explain. First off, a butt is defined as 2 pieces of soft meat that's lined up with each other, right? On that premise, if you bend your knees and elbows, here, look, or see, look. Here, 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 and here.
Okay.
Humans have 5 butts. Come on, Doc. Newbie here can't wrap his head around this amazing new discovery. You try explaining it to him, Doc.
Oh, definitely the first one. Why would I say the bottom one?
Well, because remember, that was exactly how he described how he thought that he could crush as many hamsters as possible.
That is true, but it's like, yeah, let's not bring that back up, you know? I praised the urchin, saying, wow, you should write a thesis on it, present it to everyone.
Whoa, that'd be awesome. You're such a genius, Doc. Maybe I'll write a paper.
Enough! Listen, okay? Even if there's a crack, that's just excess flesh from bending your elbow. No matter how much you bend your elbow, it'll go back to its original form when you extend your arm. No matter how much you try, elbows and knees cannot become butts. Things don't change that easily.
Huh? But it'd be more fun if there are more butts.
Did something happen? There's quite the noise.
Oh, Becky, hear me out. Humans have 5 butts.
You idiot, don't address Captain Rebecca so flippantly. Use her proper title. Captain, please ignore the whole 5 butts thing. It's not important at all.
What? 5? That sounds tough, since there'd be 10 legs.
I'm not saying there's 5 vertical butts.
For crying out loud, let's take you back, urchin. Captain, please excuse us.
Huh? Okay. See ya, Becky, Doc.
He just picks him up again.
See you around.
I told you address the captain properly and don't pick me up! Don't pick me up and don't carry me! What the hell, dude?
Looks like those two are getting along just fine. What he said, things don't change that easily. I should have told him that he doesn't have to believe such a sad thing, that elbows can surely change and become butts. He has always been insecure about himself. He worries that he only got in here by chance. Doctor, could you give him some encouragement every so often? I'm not very good with words. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it's an elbow. Just keep on going. Keep on going. I told the captain that there's no need to get so serious about this elbow and butt talk. Haha, thank you. You're right. I might be thinking too much. But people and things do change. Something completely unexpected can be what changes them. Sometimes you can reach the peak of a mountain not from right or left, but from a way that's not even a path, an elevator. Sometimes you become the captain of a security force while you were deciding whether to starve or hang yourself. Yikes. Never mind. There's just no telling whether something is definitively positive or negative. I think if he could see it that way, life would be a bit easier for him. I'd like to help him in some way, seeing as I'm his superior. It's all your fault that I'm here right now, you know. I'm just so busy every day. I'm just joking. I try to say it like you do, Doctor. What? Not only am I bad with words, I'm also bad at telling jokes. And I'm also bad at everything from lying to playing dumb when I'm in trouble. You got me there, Doctor. Well then, I'll get going. I was in the middle of taking care of that matter just now. You must be tired from handling that variant, too. Rest up tomorrow. Oh, one more thing, Doctor. Thank you for coming back alive. I'm glad you're safe. See you again.
Case 3. So,
Okay.
the theory that I wanted to address, just in case, I don't know if it's going to move on to a case 4. I guess let's see. I mean, this looks like case 4, right? Am I wrong?
Or case, I don't know if this was... Okay, do you want to stop or do you want me to just do this?
I don't know if we can save. I will say, it's a visual novel, so it should be fine. Case 4, a brief break. Okay, there is the case 4, so I guess we will be coming back next week, even if it's only for like 20 minutes to an hour or whatever, how long it takes. I know we're over time, but I just wanted to address this really quickly. My theory, because clearly I've never played case 4. I did not even know that there was necessarily a case 4. So that'll be really exciting next week, because we'll both be experiencing it for the first time at the same time. But I personally think that Format wanted to, instead of just destroying, because they clearly just did that anyway, right? They like, even after destroying the bug, they perforated and then magnetically erased the floppy disk. So they already destroyed it, and then they destroyed it again for some reason. I think that it's twofold. I think that the surface level, easy to explain explanation that Format would probably provide someone is saying, well, this entity was from 10 years ago, and I want to hear their testimony, right? I want more evidence to get a cleaner understanding. And that's what happened, and now we have this idea of like, oh, the fatal error is still around, right? My personal, like, conspiracy theory-ish or whatever, because the MINDHACK technology progressed after the event 10 years ago, and I don't know if Format is necessarily the fatal error itself or whatever, but I do believe that Format is intrigued by the idea of a bug that can physically manifest itself in the world. Because imagine if Format could do that and didn't need to rely on mind hackers anymore. Right? Imagine if Format could just manifest a body for itself, like duplicate its own mind, manifest a body, and then repeat that near infinitely until the entire world was covered. You know?
That's scary.
And that is kind of scary. And once again, that's like, I think, part of the point. But yeah, so we'll be back. That was great. At least I enjoyed it. I don't know how you feel, but...
It's been pretty good. It's been interesting. I'm interested to see what the narrative is about this. I think it's less realistic than what I was thinking it would be.
It's a lot more like psychological in the sense of it being like, okay, well, in terms of like what the actual world is doing, we don't actually get much context for that, right? Because as far as we know, things are just kind of like pseudo whatever. Like the guys are driving around on motorcycles, so it's not like super far in the future, right? It's kind of it's like probably near future. But it's really interesting because, like I said, last time I played this, it was just case 3, and that was all we got. So maybe this time we're gonna get more. So I think next week when we come back on Sunday, so obviously we're doing Ace Attorney and then we're coming back for MINDHACK.
we're going to do case 4. Maybe, I don't know, if there's anything after that, we'll do that case as well. There are the extra files on the main menu. I'll double check to see if I have all of them. If I do, great. If I don't, I'll unlock them. We'll go over the extra files, and then we'll just end stream early next week. How's that sound?
That sounds fine. Yeah, perfect.
All right, wonderful. All right, good night, Saba. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
You too. Bye.
Bye.